Elliot, if you're speaking out loud. Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 3, Episode 10, The Amazing Maze. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan the Bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here.
Shane as Umbramancer Zavid.
Hello, everybody.
And Elliot as Reese the Heartseeker.
Hello, hello. Time to get amazed.
As always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra hatched a plan to enter the city of Shiman-Sekh. In order to infiltrate the Lotus Palace, home of Reese's father, the Goblin King, a royal distraction was created. Zavid and Ma'at raised 50 spirits from the desert sands and molded them into a parade of serpents. At dawn, the wind wall of Shiman-Sekh loomed high, but thankfully, Lux Et Umbra had an ace up their sleeve. Ma'at, using the Jinn magic within her blood, opened the powerful barrier before them. Trumpeters heralded the entrance of Princes Zavid and Khan, mounted upon a royal litter carried by leopards. The crowds of goblins within Shiman-Sekh had their ears perk up immediately, flooding the streets to see what all the commotion was about. As they walked through the bazaar, the spirit followers threw gold, gems, and bread to the adoring populace. Reese, utilizing the citywide distraction, snuck away towards the palace and a small, loose sewer grate at its base. Inside the grand foyer, Lux Et Umbra was greeted by Major Domo Brahim, the right hand of the Goblin King, and shown around the Lotus Palace. Ma'at had warned everyone that the entire purpose of this castle is to distract potential labyrinth seekers into not entering. The pleasures, treasures, and temptations are enough to make all but the most focused and dedicated adventurer abandon their great quest. Sparring training, delicious foods, stunning dancers, stacks of ancient tomes, and piles of treasure meant for doing the backstroke. Keeping their wits about them, Khan and Zavid entered within the chambers of the Goblin King, with Reese skulking behind. The monarch stood tall, with dozens of guards surrounding him, and welcomed the false royals. It soon became apparent that everyone was hiding from each other. Ma'at, the Song Pharaoh, revealed herself, forcing the Goblin King to drop his illusions to reveal his true form, that of a massive Ifriti, a fire genie named Balag Mahar. An emotional reunion was had between Reese and his adopted father. After a brief explanation of the coming conjunction, Ma'at and Balag Mahar agreed to lend their power to Lux Et Umbra when the time comes, if they can destroy the evil deep within the labyrinth. Beneath the palace they trekked, quickly discovering the labyrinth has more secrets than was expected. Moving walls, tempting illusions, and vicious demons all have tried their luck against our heroes. What else awaits in its depths? And that's where we're coming in today. We left in the middle of combat last time because we were nearing the end anyway, and we had some technical issues. So first up, I can share what you are fighting against. You have figured out by this point they are succubi. Beautiful horned women who are actually demons with wings and tails. And first up, it is actually Ma'at, the Song Pharaoh. She looks over to Zavid and says, Umbramancer, next to you! And she begins to hum a tune and cast Inspire Courage on all of you, giving you +1s to attacks, damage rolls, and saves against fear for a round. And then she is going to launch a Divine Lance over at the succubus next to Zavid. Whoa, that shouldn't have happened. I don't know why all 4 of those went. That's fine. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be 4 rolls, but 1 hits. She lets out a lance of good damage, dealing... Oops, that was not meant for all of you. Sorry about that.
No!
Unchecked.
Betrayal!
There we go.
I don't know why we didn't expect this. She was a lich the whole time.
Absolutely true. That was... There we go. Then untarget speed. My mistake. Sorry about that. Damage to the succubus. There we go. There, that looks better. So she blasts out a lance of piercing good energy, which seems odd coming from a lich, but it blasts into this succubus and it burns her flesh as she screams. Top of the round, that brings it to Khan.
I'm going to try to close distance with
Okay.
the succubus on by Zavid.
Alrighty.
Shift click. Okay,
Control click, I think.
control click.
Yeah.
Come on.
There it is. Now it's your target.
Okay. So yeah, 2 actions to get-
Teleport behind her.
Yeah, nothing personnel.
Yeah, it isn't personnel.
It isn't personnel at all.
No, it never has been.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. Let me give her flat-footed. Flat. There you go.
Awesome. Take that.
Ooh. This is probably gonna kill her. Okay, let's see those numbers. That's a big old nasty crit.
Well, that'd be
Holy crap, that's a lot of 6s. Yeah, you overkilled her by 55.
More
You
like
see,
Khan the critical over
yeah,
here.
seriously, you see the hole, the wound that was left on this succubus by Ma'at's divine lance, and you take your opportunity and just slice deep within her. No need for a debilitation. She's extraordinarily dead as her form turns to mist and vanishes, and it's probably gonna and splashes you with a little bit of her black blood before
Black.
she vanishes, because it's Khan.
It's the brand.
It's the brand.
It is.
So that's your whole turn.
Yes.
Move, attack. All right. That brings it to the succubus that is next to Ma'at. Once again, she's going to try and slash out. Oh, that'll do. Critical hit against Ma'at, slashing out at her with her claws, which does a ton of damage. And then she's going to use Passionate Kiss, which means that Ma'at needs to make a will save, or critical success. Okay, nothing happens. So the succubus attempts to kiss the lich and does so, but nothing extra happens. Ends of her turn. Reese, you are now up.
Excellent, excellent. So, it's just adjusting the chat window just a little bit with the dice rolls because it was being silly. Anyhow, so there's 1 left. Excellent. I think Reese is just gonna play it safe and longbow at her.
Okay. Do you want to use your Hunted Prey or anything?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
that.
So make her.
Hunted prey, designated target.
I made her your target, so go ahead
Oh,
and
cool.
click all of those things.
This one?
Yep, Hunt Prey, designated target, and then.
It's the precision?
Yep, that's the ones.
Okay.
That's the ones.
Alright, good.
Yep, so they're 1 action Hunted Prey, 1 action fire that longbow. Let's see what damage happens.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was almost a 3.
Yeah.
3 crits in a row. Lux Et
Let's
Umbra
go,
coming in fucking
boys.
hot right out of the gate.
Let's go.
Not gonna get sneak attack, but you will get the precision damage
I don't
from
care.
Hunt Prey. Look at that. You just launch an arrow, sticks right in her craw. As she screams, "Ah!" and she starts bleeding from the shoulder. That was quite a good hit, and you still have 1 action remaining.
Yep, so I'm just gonna... Ugh.
Well, that's a huge old miss.
It's okay. He just got really excited and just overshot.
Okay, that brings to Zavid.
I honestly didn't prepare anything, so I was like, they're gonna kill him before it even comes to my turn.
It's hurt, but it'll probably take, unless you get a gnarly crit, you'll need more than your hit to kill this thing.
I am targeting it. Good. Let's see. I was just gonna do a telekinetic projector.
My
Perfect.
favorite.
And yeah.
Pazuzu, I love him.
Oh fuck.
Hey, it's a hit
that.
still.
It should have been a crit. Alright, well. We'll do a piercing version of this because it's mirror shards that are coming at her. For 33.
All right,
And
that's
then-
pretty good.
for my action, my last action, I'm just gonna shield. Pass.
Okay, fantastic. Shield. That brings it down to Ma'at. And she's going to say, "Ah, get these back off of me!" And then blast it right in the face with another Divine Lance on this one. Point blank. Oh, yep, crit. Fantastic.
It's not fair. I should crit too. It's almost a 20.
It almost was. Okay, so Ma'at blasts this thing point blank range, and bursting a hole right through its chest as it turns to vapor and disappears. So we are now out of initiative. That ended even quicker than I was expecting. Come on, delete. There we go. Okay, so you're now out of initiative. You have
Yeah,
a
the
moment.
dice thirst for blood.
They
Okay.
really do.
Seriously,
They've missed
holy
us.
crap. Yeah, that was a little nuts. 4 crits out of 5.
Whoops.
So, as the demons disappear, so too do the mirrors. They vanish into smoke and disappear. And slowly from all around you, you hear and the exit, the force walls, the magical walls of force that were blocking your exits also disappear.
Oh, good. All right.
Ma'at looks up and says to you all, "It would appear that we passed our test."
I
Good.
want to apologize for looking at the mirror so intently that I missed what was really going on.
I fell victim to it as well.
Yeah.
And I designed this place. Do not feel so bad. The Jinn are very clever.
Yeah. I know. Very first-hand experience there. He rolls the sides and they like. Which
I
way?
wish I was comforted by this, but I'm not. I need
Which way
to.
did we
I
come
don't
from?
want us to get hurt, so I need to be a little smarter than this.
I think it would behoove all of us to be a little more on our guard.
Yeah. So we got 3 different ways to go.
Yes,
Which way
It would
did we
appear
come
so.
from?
we came from the northeast here, this central hallway.
Mm.
Okay.
Do any of you have a preference? Miss Bloody.
Stones. Talk to me.
Yeah, you still. Oh, you definitely still have the stones.
Yeah.
So you can go up to the stones, and you touch the wall again, and you hear within your mind, "Brusky, that was off the chain." Oh, I didn't know what kind of stuff was gonna happen when you walked in there. I just know that there's in there like I don't know, a few years ago. Time is kind of weird down here. What do you need, man? I haven't had this much fun in years.
So this is a pretty unique looking place right here, this room. Any other unique spots like this? These places we need to sort of pass the test first?
Oh,
get to the center?
yeah. If you just go back the way you came, up this central hallway, but instead of looping around, head back north and then turn right. You'll head right for it, man.
I'll just start walking that way while I'm
Cool.
kind of touching the wall to sort of like continue the conversation, make sure I don't lose my way.
Are you speaking out loud, or is it like a mental thing?
Yeah,
to this-
I'm like, it's this way. We got to go take a north passage and then take a right.
Then I have closed. You can close out of that map. I've taken you off, and then let me share. I have removed the fog of war just because it doesn't matter much at this point. So, behold, the Labyrinth of Shiman-Sekh.
Dun, dun, dun.
You are over near the center right. I've placed you in approximately the same spot you were at, and you're free to move around. And if someone could
Ooh.
please control Ma'at, I would appreciate it.
Yes.
I've also discovered if you click yourself and then click another target, you can move them simultaneously. You don't have to move them one at a time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's like chests. I imagine. So we had to go north and make a right, right?
That's
So
right, yes.
I guess it's putting me here, so I imagine I
Well,
gotta
north
go.
from there, yes.
Yeah. So
I tried to line the actual map up as closely as I can to the smaller rooms, You know, like does shape wise. I tried to match him as close as I can.
Yeah, I think I'd see that there's a sort of crossroads here. There is a right. Can I see down into this corner here?
Let me look, see which one this is. Yes, you definitely see light coming from that corner. It seems to be sparkling.
Do I
Yeah.
get a sense for what's going on over here? Because I don't know. I don't think I have a right or direct line of sight here, but if I did move just a little bit, I mean,
say, yeah, you can just give me a perception check in the tower.
yeah, like I want to see if I could suss that out without
Sure.
cheesing it.
No, that's fine.
Perception.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely are able to see down there. You have greater dark vision, and though this place is very dimly lit, you spot a strange shadow coming from that area. And as you come to that corner, you can see that it is indeed a chest that's sitting there.
I'm going to say,
What? We gotta go down this way.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, a little arrow.
Gotta go
Nice.
down this way, but first,
I want to check something out. Can I? Once I get to about here, I want to like not. I don't want to step on this spot or any of this area. I want to get a good look to see if there's any traps.
Okay, sure. That'd be crafting, so you and/or Khan can do that. Or no, I guess that's to deactivate them. It would be another perception. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to perceive for traps, go ahead and throw it in the tower.
Of course.
Yeah.
I sniff for traps.
With his special nose.
What does your fetchling nose smell?
kind of smell like a baka. Herrenhager.
Yeah, none of you see any like pressure plates or tripwires. You look up and there's no like axes. There's no cuts in the walls where like swords could come out. There's no holes where arrows could shoot out at you. There's no strings attached to the chest. You all do a pretty thorough search of this little alcove, and you're fairly confident that if there's a trap, it's very well hidden.
I'll chance to walk up to the chest, and now I want to examine the lock and see if there's a mechanism on the chest itself.
It definitely has a mechanism. It appears to be a very complicated lock, and it actually has 2 keyholes. It appears you need to either have 2 keys or 2 people picking it simultaneously.
I immediately go like,
Hey, who wants to help me pick this chest?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
I'll
be
That's
support.
thievery, by the way.
yeah, I've
I
got.
have a
Oh, is that
plus
thievery?
19.
Shit. I
Yes,
thought it was
thievery.
crafting. Never mind. I moved back. I go, by help me, I mean, who wants to do it? And I'll be
Yes.
support.
You can cast guidance.
I'll cast. I think I've already done it on both of them. Like, I think it's like an hour between casts
Is
in
it?
Pathfinder.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
It tries to. Is it 10 minutes?
Let's check.
Yeah,
this is
I
worth
know
checking.
it limits you in this so that you don't abuse it.
It does, but let's check. That's an important thing to know in this instance.
Yeah. It's actually making me think maybe I should do that for D&D too, because it makes sense
It
to
does.
limit that.
Let's just call it 10 minutes because I can't find it. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, so
Yeah,
you can
sure.
give them
I'll
guidance.
guidance on the both of you.
Mhm.
So you get a +1 to your checks.
Okay, so public thievery, both of you, please.
Okay.
Ew.
Hmm.
Yeah, Khan critically succeeds, and Reese technically failed, but I'm going to say that those kind of cancel each other out and average to a regular success.
Okay.
Because Reese, you were about to break your lockpick, but Khan, you saw it right at the last second, and
Like,
you
nope.
you pulled your tail up and grabbed Reese's hand with your tail and held it in place, and then slowly clicked it so that the tumblers go into place, and you are able to get the chest open, and within it is a single ring sitting at the bottom
Ah.
with a purple gemstone. It's a platinum
That's
ring.
It's just jewelry. And he
Reese
like
picks it.
Zavi just walks away angry, like he thought it was something cool.
Reese happily takes it.
Okay. Anyone who wants to try and identify it can, if you have that.
I do not.
This.
I'll read aura on it.
Okay. You get a sense of divination. It's very powerful divination.
Ooh, it's Actually, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me look at that. It's very powerful divination. It's very enchanted. I don't know if it's cursed though. I can't tell you that. You'll have to just try it.
Everyone give me an Arcana check if you want to tell what specifically it is.
Okay.
In the tower?
Or yeah, tower actually, yeah.
Tower.
Oh,
Or
well,
wherever they land, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay. Reese, actually, you recognize it immediately. This is a Ring of Wizardry Type 3. And unfortunately, it is useless for Reese. What it does is it gives, while you're wearing it, you get a +1 bonus to Arcana checks, and you have 2 additional first-level Arcane spell slots each day. And actually, since this is higher level, the bonus is +2 to Arcana checks, and the ring grants 2 third-level spell slots and 1 second-level spell slot. Problem is, you need to have someone who has Arcane spell slots, which currently none of you do. But Khan, if you take 1 feat, you'll have Arcane spell slots. And this ring would literally more than double your slots.
I'm gonna look at it and be like, hey, so this is useless to me, but Khan, I think you might be able to use this. It's good for Arcana. I'm just not a wizard.
And your pipette comes out of your cloak and says, "Oh yes, this is quite a really very rare artifact. This would make you quite powerful.
Sounds like.
You will gain much power. We could teach you more secrets, more spells, more magic. Yes,
More.
more.
Yeah.
All right, so I will drop that into Khan's inventory. So currently, the only benefit you gain from it is +2 to Arcana checks, but +2 to Arcana checks is pretty great.
Yeah.
So Ring of Wizardry, 3.
I kind of hustle back this way, knowing I don't have a lot of time on this stone talk
that's
spell,
fine.
so I want to like make the most of it and kind of run into this area after we secure the ring and make sure that we're not running into a trap.
Sure. As you get to there, a corner room is filled to bursting with treasure. Coins, jewels, precious stones, and statuary fill the southeast corner of the room. The massive pile of treasure surrounds a deep stone well filled with water.
Shit.
Oh no. Zavid, are you
Zavid,
okay?
give me a will save, please. Just Zavid. Okay, you don't immediately dive into the treasure. You manage to keep your composure, even though it's like, ooh, that's a lot of gold. But you just earlier today saw 2 rooms piled high with gold and treasure. So like you've already managed to ground yourself a little today. So you're still sort of in the zone. You're all right.
With the mirror incident and the embarrassment of failing at that, he's sort of like, now I would look so stupid if it's almost like he's too embarrassed to give in to the greed. It's like, I'll look so dumb if I do that. So I think he's just going to, oh, I can't move.
Oh, whoop, my bad. 1 second. Unlock. There you go.
I think he'll just, he'll deal with it by sitting down like cross-legged and just start counting coins and pretending it's his already. Oh, I'm just gonna count what I have. And that's how he's going to reason his way out of jumping in.
I like it. All right. Well, Ma'at enters the room and says, it would appear that my treasury is being put to good use. I wonder which lands these coins came from. She also walks in and sees you and says, probably a good idea, and doesn't jump into the coins or anything either. She's more dignified than that.
Reese wants to actually, when she says, I wonder where they're from, wants to go and inspect them.
Give me society in the tower. Con, what are you doing while Reese is doing that?
Trying to look over the coins towards the well.
Okay.
Maybe there's a beastie lurking around. Ooh.
Con, give me a perception check then.
Okay.
I lost count and I had to restart.
Yes, you definitely lose count. On, you don't see... Oh, actually, you do see one thing, but it's not a beastie. You see like something glimmering over in the corner. It appears to be some kind of a stone underneath a little bit of little bit of coins.
Just a stone?
It's not that big, but it's a pale lavender stone. It's kind of purpley. But other than that, it's mostly just coins, coins of all kinds: gold, copper, silver, platinum.
Yeah. Seeing as, there aren't any magical walls that suddenly, appeared over
Oh,
the
that's right.
door.
Yes, I apologize. They did do that. My mistake. I didn't make
Oh.
them visible. As you walked
Just
in,
took a
yes,
minute.
my mistake. I forgot to hit the make visible button. Yes, magical walls of force do close you in. I apologize.
So we have activated the puzzle.
Oh,
That took
now
quite
they're
some
visible.
time.
Now they're visible. Sorry.
I'll go investigate the little stone.
Okay,
I'll be careful not to step on any of the coins if I can.
give me an acrobatics check publicly.
Aye, aye.
Oh, or you can the assurance it.
You're right.
I always forget you have that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So, okay, so you managed to, using your circus talents, you used to be a tightrope walker. This is nothing, stepping between these coins. You managed to get yourself over into roughly that corner, and you pick up this stone, and it's, like I said, it's about this big, maybe the size of a ping pong ball. But it's just kind of a pale, purpley lavender stone with little white swirls within it. It feels like it's probably magical. It's at least valuable.
I'll bring it over.
Okay.
I noticed this, and it didn't, it's not a coin, obviously. Maybe it's part of the puzzle?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
How
And
did
well-
my society roll go, by the way?
Oh, that's right. You rolled a society. Yes, you see that a lot of these coins you don't recognize. They must be very, very old. You see some that are clearly of a Siriani make, but none that really you recognize specifically. But these are very clearly old coins. This pile's been here a really, really long time.
So when Khan comes over, shows the stone, Reese is just gonna do a detect magic.
Okay, it is magical. It has transmutation magic on it.
Transmutive stone.
And if anyone wants
Interesting.
Arcana checks will get you a little closer bead on that in the tower.
With
Ma'at
my
says-
new wizardry
Your
ring.
new wizardry wing, yes. Ma'at says, "Oh, we have never seen a stone such as this. It is quite beautiful, actually." Khan, with that, yeah, you realize that this is an Ayun stone. They're magical stones that when you invest them, they kind of float around your head in a circle. They kind of orbit the top of your head like a halo, and they give you specific abilities. Specifically, this one, it allows you to cast a 6th level Dispel magic in an attempt to counteract a triggering spell that is cast upon you. If it succeeds, it counteracts the spell. I will drop that in the chat. So now you can see the exact stats of it. It lets you cast Dispel magic as a reaction once per day. That's it. Yeah.
One per day.
Mhm.
Wow. I mean, I don't think that this will dispel the walls, but it's really valuable. This is indeed a great treasure.
I wonder if there's more like it.
You're welcome to give me a perception check in the tower.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm gonna give an intelligence check to see if I can keep counting. No, I lost count again.
You
damn
lost
it.
count even faster this time. No, Reese, you don't see anything else. Just that stone and a bunch of coins.
Alright.
You know what?
With
wish
detect
I-
magic, is there anything in the room that I also can see? Also, is the thing that says make visible supposed to be there?
Oh, nope.
Thank
That's
you.
a note to myself to make things visible.
Nobody on stream saw it, but I saw it in
good.
the corner.
Yeah, I have those all over the place because I forget so often to make shit visible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So anything else picking up on my detect magic when after I casted it, like to read that stone?
Not really. Just the stone and the walls that are showing the exits.
Can I check out this pool?
Yeah, what's in the pool?
It's a water well. Appears to be cool, clean water. Doesn't seem to be anything weird about the water. It goes down 2 feet, 3 feet. It's not terribly deep. And you can see a couple of coins at the bottom.
I look up. Did these coins drop from holes in the ceiling or something, or?
No, there's nothing obvious like that. You get the sense that someone probably just came in here with wheelbarrows full of coins and dumped them here, and maybe one or two rolled into the fountain or the well, pool, whatever you want to call it.
Can I'll try something. I'll just take a coin out, flick it into the well. I'll make a wish, and then I'll just wait. Does anything happen?
One of your coins or one of the coins here?
One of my coins.
One of your coins. Yeah, nothing
I'm adding
happens.
a coin.
Nothing happens.
I grab a coin from the pile. I do the same thing. Same wish. Into the well.
As you do that, the coins around you begin to vibrate.
Oh God.
They coalesce together and rise up into the forms of large boar demons in front of you, standing 7 feet tall, tiny, little black wings, long, misshapen tusks. Please roll initiative.
This isn't what I wished for.
Zavid, you have a really sick mind, but this is kind of messed up. Why would you ask for this?
Listen, don't shame me for my kinks, okay?
Oh, trust me, I won't.
You just said I had a really sick mind and tried to
Oh,
shame me for this.
No. I'm not saying in the sexual way. I'm just saying you've got a messed up little noggin in there. But I don't know why you would want these.
That makes it Zavid. You are up first. Unless Smaat rolls higher, which she does not. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna. Can I make a check to know what these things are?
Yes. Religion, please. In the tower.
Wonderful.
These are
Excuse me.
These are Nalfeshni, otherwise known as greed demons.
Oh.
Oh, perfect for Zavid.
Yes. And
Sweet.
you
I
know
see.
that they have a weakness to cold iron and good damage. That's all you get with that roll.
Oh, cool.
I'll say as much. They're demons of greed. They don't like cold iron. And I mean, they're demons, so good damage works.
And I look towards Ma'at when I say that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna move with an action.
Okay.
And then for 2 actions, I'm going to heal Ma'at with a harm.
Oh, great. Oh, perfect. Yes, she is undead, so she very much has negative healing.
Let's see. I think it's. I forgot how it works. Is it?
It's 1 action or 2 action.
It's 8 per. So what's 7 times 8?
It's 58.
58. Good lord.
That's just
so
the bonus,
much.
right? Oh my god.
That's just the regular bonus. No extra anything.
You only need to
so-
heal her for 6 on the dice to put her at full.
6? She looks like she's a lot.
No, plus the bonus. The bonus plus
Oh.
6 on the dice. Oh,
So
yeah,
how's-
yeah. You overheal Mahat. I mean, you can't overheal, but you bring her back to absolute full health. All of her wounds, the slash marks from the succubi, stitch back together, and she says, thank you, Umbramancer. We appreciate that greatly. And then she has this look in her eye if she's ready for this fight.
Yeah, and I'm like, go get him.
Oh, that's my turn.
Fantastic. That makes it number 2. It, let's see, what languages does this speak, actually?
Piglet.
Probably abyssal.
It does, yes. Do you speak Abyssal?
I do.
I do.
Oh, you.
Wait, do I? Wait, never mind. No, I don't. No, I don't.
You speak
It's
Aklo.
Aklo.
Yeah, in Abyssal, Zavid, you hear the one that was standing next to you a moment ago say, "No take coins! No get rid of coins!" Runs over to you and grabs you. Or attempts to slash at you with its claws, not grab. That's a miss. Okay. Going to attempt it again. Up. And that'll probably hit, yes. Claws at you. Zavid.
As he's like slashing at me in abyssal, I'm like, I'm just investing your money. You'll get twice as much back.
You take 16 slashing damage as this thing slashes into you with its claws. Reese, you are now up.
Okay, so I'm gonna activate my my Walkrumpen,
Mhm.
of course. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna make the yeah, I'll make the other one, my hunted prey number one.
Okay, so I made it your target, so go ahead and click the other things.
Okay,
There you go. That should do it.
and
Oh wait, no, I did that for. Now it's your target. There you go.
Okay, cool. And I am going to longbow that too, because why not? No,
Nope.
absolutely not, but that's okay. Because if I do it again, do I take it from the 20?
You did your WOG power, so the first one is from your 20, yeah, because you're flurrying.
Okay. Oh, God.
Double twos! Ah.
Oh.
So yeah, you are a
Freaking
little taken aback
pew.
by these things, Reese.
Jesus, why could I hit it?
Yeah, you're very they're large and freaky looking, and they're not proportional. But yeah, I'm gonna say both of your arrows actually do stick into it, but it's like shooting a brick wall. You know, they just sink in and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to hurt it at all. That brings it to its turn, and it's going to use an ability called Light of Avarice. Let's see. Someone's holding. So each of you, it is going to target every one of your weapons and Zavid's staff. So all of you need to make a DC 30 reflex save, please.
Reflex
saves?
save.
Reese critically saves. Yep. Failure by Zavid. And what about Ma'at?
Savini, you have it rough today.
I'm like trying to, defend myself, and I'm like, have you ever heard of a Roth? All right,
Zavid, your staff on your back begins to glow a nauseating green color. And you are now sickened 2 and slowed 1. Slowed 1.
Savini, you might want to stop asking them about their car's extended warranty.
Sickened 2. Where is it? There it is. Sickened 2. Perfect. And then that was 2 actions. Nope. Okay, and it's just going to move up towards all of you. Move up to here. That'll be the end of its turn. Khan, is your turn.
Remind me of the rules for flanking and flat-footedness with big creatures.
It needs to be opposite the creature. So if you were here, you would be flat-footed.
Okay, cool. Then I'll one action move.
Cool. All right, then now it's flat-footed.
Nice. And then 2 attack actions.
Great.
Papa.
That was almost a 4. That is a critical success. Wonderful. So go ahead and oh my god. 54 damage, and you get your debilitation because it's flat-footed.
Bleed.
Bleed. So what is it? How much?
2d6 persistent bleed damage.
All right, let me give it that. First.
Thank you for reminding me. I
2d6
appreciate it.
bleed. Of course, I try my best to remember all those things. It's hard. So move, attack. You have one action left.
Yes. Attack again.
All right.
Aha.
Oh, that was almost a 20. Did you see that? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
swing and
that's the end
miss.
of your turn. Ma'at is up. She is going to again begin singing to inspire courage on all of you, but she is going to attempt to linger that like Danny used to do. So, performance check. Let's see how she does. It does linger, so all of you get this for 4 rounds now. So let's see, where is that? Yep, great. And then she will untarget all of you because I don't want to attack you guys this time. Yep. And she's going to she's gonna shoot at the one that is next to Zavid, the one that's least damaged. So she's gonna fire out another divine lance at that guy. Tech. Ah, she misses. Okay, that's the end of Ma'at's turn, unfortunately. But the rest of you have +1s to attacks and damage. That makes it top of the round, which is Zavid.
Yeah, that +1 attack and damage, I think only doesn't even barely equal out the penalties I just took.
Right.
So I think,
but just remember that you're roll me a religion check in the tower.
Sure. Religion.
One thing that you realize is that it did that to your staff, not to you.
Right. I'm gonna try. I don't know what that means. Like, I understand that, like, if I were to throw my staff on the other side of the room or something, it might not affect me, whatever the effect is. But I'm thinking, like, how do I kill this thing without actually just killing it? So I'm just gonna start shoving coins into the Welsh on the ground. Okay. No magic. I don't have the magic for this. I'm just like,
oh, that's great.
As many coins into the well as I possibly can.
Roll 4d20 publicly, just for how many coins go in the drink.
Oh.
48 coins. You manage to shove just this big pile of coins with your feet, and the Nalfeshni next to you screams in pain, grasping its head, going, "No, you know, no!" And please roll me 4d8, as it takes 4d8 mental damage.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's 21 damage to this thing. You still have 2 actions, I think.
I'm gonna do the same thing again if I can, please.
Yes, but 3d20, and if you do it with your third action, 2d20. So just like where normal attacks have a diminishing return, I'm going to do the same thing here.
Yeah.
So now you do 33 coins, so 3d8 damage, and then 2d20, 2d8. Nice. So another 10.
Ooh, that was almost a 20.
Nice, and another 13. Oh wait, no, this is another 10. Nice. Okay, so you managed to do 41 damage to this thing by just shoving coins into this place.
And as I'm doing it, I'm like, "We've been trying to reach you about a business loan."
And like, I can actually remove some of them. There we go. Yeah. So that's gonna be your whole turn. Oh, and it didn't like that one bit. So this thing is going to use Claim Wealth, and it's going to steal all unattended items glowing with the light of avarice and put it into an extra dimensional space. So your staff pops out and is gone. However, you're no longer sickened or slowed.
Okay.
But you don't have your staff now. Then it's just gonna bite at you. Because it really doesn't like you now, Zavid, because you're the one who initially threw the coin in, and now you're just shoveling coins in.
Chomps into me. Ah!
Yeah.
Lips like me up in the air. Like,
oh, and then it critically fails on its claw attack. So, Reese, that makes it your turn.
I slither out.
Good time to put candy in my mouth.
It happens.
So, I think after Reese saw that, he's gonna use one of his actions to move on the other side.
Mhm.
And Reese is just gonna do what Zavid did.
Okay, so that's going to be 40 20s. I just like seeing how many coins you're throwing in. That part's doesn't actually matter for anything. So do 48, and then if you're doing it for your second action, 3d20, 3d8.
See
And
what
is this for the?
happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
22, yeah, I want to see. It's for the one that's my targeted prey.
Cool. That works. Yeah, and then are you doing another
No, I'm
round of kind
gonna
of just the one?
I'm gonna do the one, and then I'm gonna attempt a longbow on top of it, just to make it, get a little physical, get a little mental.
Sure. Yeah,
move
go ahead.
workout.
That'll be your 20. It's flat-footed, so you get a sneak attack if you hit. So that was 22 damage.
Nope.
That's okay. So that's the end of your turn. The
With
one that
the
Con
walk,
and
do I get another?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do.
Okay, so would that be
'Cause it's a
taken
flurry.
from the 20?
The 20. Yep. Or whatever the number is,
Yeah.
the highest.
Oh, the highest. Okay.
Yeah, the highest one. That one hits. Okay.
Okay. And then
This
the
one doesn't
damage-
appear to be doing too good. Its brains are almost it's bleeding from the ears at this point. There they are. Hey, it worked correctly. 21. So you sink an arrow into this thing as it's writhing in pain, going, "No, not my coins!"
Here, I have a distraction.
But you don't know what it's saying. You just hear both of these things going.
Oh, okay. Right.
So that's you. Brings it to this one. It immediately stomps away from Khan over to here and is going to bite at Reese.
Oh, I think he likes me. Oh, nope.
Almost a crit.
What? I'm not enough of a threat.
You're not getting rid of its coins. It doesn't like that. It can take a beating. It doesn't like when you take its coins. So you take 31 points of piercing damage, Reese, as it bites into you, and it is going to attempt a claw slash.
Does
That's
Con
gonna miss.
have any form of reaction from it moving?
No.
Okay, I'm getting my tabletops mixed up.
Yeah. It does bleed a little bit, but it rolled a nat 20 on its flat check, so it's no longer bleeding. But good thing to waste a nat 20 on. And that brings it to Con. You're up. You
All right.
are still technically flanking it.
Then another attack.
Nice. Excellent.
A hit, but not a critical.
Hit but not a crit. Still a lot of dice. 30. Yeah, you slice into this thing. It's looking real bad. Yeah. It has 1 hit point.
Oh,
Very cool.
Yeah.
very cash money.
Super cash money. Oh, debilitation. Do you want one?
Debilitation.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
there an extra damage, like a precision damage?
3d6 precision damage.
Just roll it to see the number, but anything will kill it. There you go.
Nice.
So you stab in, and you can see its eyes go wide, and you just kind of twist the knife a little, and it falls over in a pool of its own blood.
Reese
Ragdolls.
is just gonna take a jump back.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
ooh.
it does disappear into fog, just as the succubi did, and covers you with blood again, Con.
Reese only got a tiny splash by the
Yep,
time. he
Reese
moved
gets
back.
a little bit. And also, because Reese was throwing coins in, some of them are now gone. There we go. Oh, and several of them actually, when the demon disappears, several piles of coins actually disappear as well.
Hmm.
Yes. So that brings it to
Oh,
Con.
I still
That was
got-
just one action, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 actions, and I'll just use the 2 actions to push more coins in.
Okay, since let's do the 40-20, 3d20 thing.
It's
if
so
you're using 2 actions.
satisfying.
4d20.
Mhm.
Yep, 40-20, just to see the number of coins. That
Yeah.
doesn't actually do anything. Wow, that's
Ooh.
Con, you managed to shovel some fucking coins into this thing.
I think Khan's
Ah.
mad that it dodged her.
Yeah, I'm gonna even say 5d8 for that. That was a ton.
You sure?
Yeah, 5d8 mental damage on that. That pig demon grabs its head and writhes in pain. As it takes 23 more mental damage.
Do it
You
again,
have one
do
more
it
action.
again.
You could do 3d20s.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Do it.
I'm intimidating. I'm intimidating.
Wow.
I'm
Oh my
intimidating.
God.
That was over 100 coins. Yep. So let's do 48 on that one because we did 5 last time. You were rolling rocks. Come on, jeez. Another 11. Okay, so this guy is bleeding out of the ears. It looks bad. That's your turn though, Con.
Yeah.
Brings it to Ma'at, and she says, all of you are very clever. We would love to have you as our royal guards. As she blasts another divine lance at this thing. Target. Attack. That's a hit. Good damage. Sears into it with 17 damage. That's the end of Ma'at. Okay. End of the round. Top of the round. Zavi, you're up. You're kind of hurt, and this thing is right in your face. Oh, Shane, are you even there?
Yeah. He said BRB.
Oh, did he? He did. Yes. Okay. So let's see. What would Zavid do you think?
Drop more coins.
Drop more coins?
Yeah.
All right. So Zavid is going to spend his actions dropping coins. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. 40, 20. Let's see how many he gets. Oh, there's a nat 20 in there. He got 40, 13, 10, 20, and a 1. There was a nat 20 and a nat 1.
This is
So-
for my stat.
Yeah, so let's see.
We're really
Drop
good
some-
at being Savid.
Dunk some damage.
Back. What's up,
Oh, hey,
about
what's up?
Zavid?
You threw more coins into the well and did
Yes.
24 mental damage to this thing. You still have 2 actions.
Hell yeah. I do more and I say, spring sale, everything must go.
Damn, another nat 20. You got 2 nat 20s already. Yep, 18. That does it. How do you want to do this one, Zavid?
With my last action, I know that's enough. I'm rolling because I had
Yeah,
it
do
all
it.
kind of queued up. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ.
Quite a lot.
So as I'm kicking these in, and he's like, oh, he's like on his like elbows and knees as he's like holding his head in pain. I say an abyssal, and I'm like, if this doesn't get rid of my dragon sickness, I don't know what will. But I grab him by the ear, and I'm like, you can spare yourself by giving me back my staff.
Interesting. I like it. Okay.
I've got like the last coin, the biggest fucking platinum gilded piece with jewels encrusted in the coin. Like, this is the most valuable coin in the whole batch. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I might not throw this in if you give me my staff back.
It rolled pretty high on its will save, so it's going to go, no throw coin. Please, no throw coin. And it's literally crying black tears at this point with 1 hit point.
Oh, you want my sympathies, but you've taken something of mine.
And it reaches up and closes a fist, opens it again, and your staff clink, 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 clink right in front of you on the ground.
I
throw coin.
I take the staff. I throw the coin in the well. This guy's a fucking demon. Fuck him.
You do the same thing.
No. As it disappears, not in a mist of blood, even though it's going to show that here in a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so not actually blood this time, but yes, it does disappear into a smoke and a fog, and the doors open once more. Whoop. There we go.
Hell yeah.
All of you are quite clever. That was impressive display. Here, Umbramancer, allow me to return the favor. And Ma'at will walk up to you, and she is going. Where is it?
She casts harm on me,
there we
and I'm
go.
like, no.
No, she is going to walk over to you and place her hand on your forearm, and you're expecting to feel negative power, necromancy or undead or something, but what you feel is something you recognize from a long time ago. She casts lay on hands on you, which is how many healing points? 6 per level. So she's level. Oh god, I need a calculator for that.
What math?
Can't do
boy?
that.
Can't
There
do
we
math
go.
in your head?
No.
Straight up, no.
Straight up, no.
Hmm.
So Zavid, you heal 84 damage as she lays hands on you, and you feel this bright, warm, healing energy course through you. It's necromancy, of that you're certain, but this is just a strange version of it. She's like inverting it and using necromancy in a positive way, even though she's undead. It's all these things are running through your head. Like, how is this possible?
I think I kind of put together that this is what paladins do, and I think of Demirius, and I'm like, I think he's only done this to me once because I usually heal myself, so he uses his lay on hands for others. But I remember one time he did do that to me, and I thought that was a very peculiar sensation. I think that's what I'm thinking back to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it reminds you of Demirius.
And I'm like, why am I weaker? I feel like my health went down.
No? 151.
Wait.
No, that looks right. Were you looking at your wounds?
It says it's red for some reason. It's like my little bubble's orange. Whatever. I guess it's not important.
No, I don't see that. I see it as green.
It's just it must be
everything I've got showing you at full health. The only one who has any damage right now is Reese at 31 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to heal Reese? Ma'at can heal. Oh, I know. Ma'at will walk over to Reese after...
No. It's all right. It's all right. I got this. And I pull out my surgery tools. I've got you, Reese.
Oh,
very well.
whoever,
Yeah. Allow us to assist you. And she's going to assist you, Zavid.
All right, medicine check then.
Yes, medicine.
Yeah.
She critically aids you, so give yourself a +2.
Hell yeah! All right.
She lends you a little bit of old Osiriani tips and tricks of the trade. Vaughn, what are you doing while they're kind of standing around healing each other?
Just sitting down, taking 5.
Not a bad choice. This, you just went through some shit, but
yeah.
Where did that stone end up? That
Still
is the
in my
one
inventory.
thing. Okay, yes. Yeah, that's right. It's in your inventory.
You gain 14 hit points.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right.
17. There you go. Changed it for you. Well, now, which direction do you suppose we should head?
I think I'm getting towards the end of the stone tell spell, so I'll just touch the.
I'd say
the
one
floor
last
again.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I say,
Hey, listen, bro. I have to get. I'm gonna leave pretty soon here. I'll be here in the labyrinth, but we won't be able to chat like this. So, I guess any other cool things you think I should see before our communications cut off, man? Like, what's cool to see here besides these little points?
Well, there's like some treasure all around, but like I think one of them might have a problem with it. You might want to be careful with the treasures that people put in here. I think there's a knot treasure snuck in amongst the treasure, you know. But yeah, there's the big central chamber is the one you want to go there last, man. The big one with like the bottle in the center. Go there last.
All right.
Yeah, just be careful. I don't really know what they put in these rooms. I just kind of know where they are. If you just go, well, it's hard from here, but if you can head westish, you'll run into a few of them.
All right. Thanks, bro.
Have good joy, bro.
Yeah, one last thing. Do you want someone to come in here and dust this place? Or do you kind of like it dusty?
That would be radical.
All right, cool. I'll put in a good word.
Thanks, bro. And you get in your mind, you can tell that it's doing this, even with it's doing the hang loose thing, even though it has no hands. You can just
some
feel
pebbles
it doing that.
Yeah, I just like in my brain, I'm seeing some pebbles like coalesce into a hand symbol. After that, I relay that information.
I think there's a false treasure hidden amongst those chests. Could be a demon disguised as a treasure, or maybe a cursed chest, or something. I don't know, trap. And then
that does seem to be the MO of this place.
Yes, and then west is where we want to go. In general, we should not go to the center until we've handled all of the challenges.
Okay. I'll trust your rocky friend.
Very well. I would at this point I'd like survival checks because obviously you can see the whole labyrinth, but your characters
Okay,
can't.
cool.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
cast
Yeah.
breadcrumbs before
Oh
we
hell
do
yes,
that.
do that.
Yeah, now that Stone Tell is gone.
Yep, Stone Tell's
yeah.
gone. We'll say you've gotten more than enough use out of that. It was a high level spell, so I was willing to give you quite a bit.
Mhm.
But because you, the players, can see the entire map, obviously you can figure out where to go. But I just want to see some like survival checks, or what does breadcrumbs do?
You
First.
protect your target, so I guess it'll be, I mean, me or whoever wants to be targeted by this. And this is second level I'm doing this, so this lasts for 8 hours. You protect your target from going astray in hostile territory by tracking where it's already been, helping it deduce where it still needs to go. The target leaves a glittering trail behind it that lasts for 8 hours. The trail doesn't denote the direction or order of its path. It merely indicates where the target has moved during the spell's duration. Since we're all on one side of the labyrinth and we're moving to the other side west, that means we kind of want to we'll know which side is essentially east. That'll help us to know direction. Even when things turn, we'll see, oh, it turned us in this direction, so now we're at the north or the south end or something like that.
Cool. Alright, so do you want a survival public or tower? Your mic.
My mistake. Sorry. In the tower, please. Okay. So are you heading out of the west door there?
Yeah, we would go back westward.
All right, then I'm gonna pop us over back to the labyrinth map. So go ahead and close.
Well, actually, we can see north. Do I see that there's like stuff going on in the
Yes.
north end?
Yes, you can see that there's a long hallway that heads straight north, kind of curves off to the left, and you can tell that there are 2 additional hallways that go west.
Kind of look at everyone like, you think there might be something cool up there?
Yeah.
Since we have breadcrumbs up, we'll know just to follow the trail back here to continue, right?
That's fair, but
That is-
I mean, didn't whoever you were talking to say that? I mean, some of the treasures are trapped.
One. He
One.
specifically said
Just
one of them
one.
is not a treasure. So what's the chance that the second one we find is the bad one?
You know, I'm a gambling woman. Let's find out.
You guys seem
So, yeah.
interested, so yeah, let's do it.
So I'm gonna do. Oop! Oh God! Why did it do that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, too big. Too big. Nope,
it's
too
not
much.
even a-
Not gonna do it.
yeah.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
I like the idea though that instead
Yep.
of a glittering trail, it's this black sort of slime
Sludge.
trail. That's the way mine manifests. It's not
Yes.
breadcrumbs. It's just like a black slime.
There we go. Just move you guys up here. Yeah, what you see is there is a chest sitting in what?
I don't have a map up for that.
Oh,
because-
sorry. 1 second. Share. There we go.
Okay.
So you're in the top right corner, northeast.
Yep.
You've just headed north from the room with the demons of greed. You do pass 2 hallways that go to the west, and then a curve which has a long hallway that seems to have a dead end, and there is a chest there. Pretty much exactly the same make as the one where you found the Ring of Wizardry.
Yeah.
I'll do a precursory perception check to see if there's
Okay.
any
Throw that in the
traps
tower.
or well,
That's fine. You can't see any traps at all.
The
So
coast
you-
is clear. Let's go.
Knowing
Okay.
knowing Savid's luck the last couple times, as we get closer, Reese wants to do an inspection before they do another thievery, because the last one was kind of difficult.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get close, you notice that the chest shivers a little bit as it strikes out at Zafi because it's a mimic. Please roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
I yell out in excitement like a pet chest,
No!
the best treasure of all.
It does. It is for anyone who doesn't happen to know. Oh, that's not the correct image. Holy shit, that's not right at all. There's the correct image. That was my bad. For anyone who doesn't know, a mimic is a treasure chest that has a long tongue and teeth, and it does lash out at you, Zavid, with a pseudopod, its tongue, basically. It misses, but that is all it can do. Con, you're up. You see this thing lash out at Zavid.
No, it's my turn.
Or Reese, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, I got a 39.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, right, the first attack was just its surprise attack. There we go. Top of the round,
Yeah.
it's Zavid. You're first.
I
I fucked all of that up.
Wanna
So-
actually cut to intermission real quick?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's cut to
Yeah.
intermission, then we'll start it with Zavid. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll be back in 10 minutes or so, everybody. Hope you'll join us, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We're back from our intermission. Where we last left off, Lux Et Umbra had just finished clearing out a room of greed demons, Nalfeshni, by cleverly hurling a pile of gold, silver, and copper coins into a well, thus causing them mental anguish. But they were just checking out a new treasure chest, which happened to be a mimic that they were warned about by the labyrinth itself just moments before. We come in on Zavid's initiative.
So I'm immediately taken with this mimic. I've never seen any of these before, but the idea of a treasure chest that eats people that try to open it is endearing to him. So he
checks out.
So he wants to try to befriend it. I don't remember. I think I've got meat on me. I want to give it food and try to make a check, or talk to it. Can I tell if it's intelligent enough to speak, or that was it more bestial?
Give me an Arcana check in the tower to see if you can know that.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. This window too big. And also, I moved the tower to a spot it shouldn't be. Okay. All right, Arcana in the tower.
Yeah, Arcana. Yeah, you know that these things can be taught languages, but you don't know if they know them natively. They are not super intelligent. They're basically just animals. But they are living creatures. They are specifically aberrations. But let's see here. And you also know with that roll, you know that if you touch it, you'll probably stick to it. Or you can tell, as kind of a greasy, sticky person, you can see that it's probably sticky if you touch it.
Yeah. Do I have I think I got like a slick rune or something on my armor.
You do. Greater slick, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to offer it some food, and I know it would normally be like diplomacy, but could I substitute that for kind of intimidation, just for the fact of like I'm not scared by it.
All right.
And like I want it to think that like not only did it miss me because I completely am aware of what it is, but that like it would be a better I want it to be like a survival thing. Like it would be best of you to cooperate.
That makes sense. And I'll say with the throwing at the meat, that'll give you advantage. So do your intimidation twice in the chat publicly, because you'll know immediately if it works or not.
All right,
this is a very interesting strategy.
All right, so 32.
32? Its will DC was 31. So I'm going to say that kind of succeeds in at least changing it to not hostile. I'm going to say it changes to neutral, as it for a moment, it's just sitting there eating the meat that you just gave it. It is no longer actively hostile for just this second. So you've got a moment to talk amongst yourselves and figure something out.
I'm doing the Chris Pratt raptor taming shit, and I'm like, what if I know it's an aberration? What languages do I know? I know like 50 languages, but let me see if there's one that. You know, I feel like for that, honestly, Aklo would be the best fit. A lot of like monstrous creatures know Aklo. I want to pop Wisp onto my shoulder, and I want to speak in Aklo out loud. This also, Reese will also understand what I'm saying here. And also invite the Lich up too. I want this thing to know that like we are not food. We are monsters and undead and powerful magical people. And I want to try to reason in very slow Aklo.
I like that. I will give you a guidance on that.
Yeah. So I say, Zavid. Friend. Powerful.
You can see it looking at you, and it's still eating that meat. And let's see here.
I'll point. So essentially, I'm trying to say, Zavid, friend. I'll say. I can't. I tell what its name is, so I'll just say Chompy, friend. And then I'll point to the meat. Food. Yes, food. No food. Friend. Food. And then give it another piece of meat.
Okay, interesting. I really like where this is going. I'm gonna make it roll a straight up intelligence check. We'll see what happens. It rolled really high, even though its modifier is extraordinarily low.
Nice.
It seems to be looking at you with almost a sense of recognition, and it looks to you and it sees the meat and it goes, "Friend, Chompy."
Yes!
Food?
Yes!
Chompy, food.
Friends.
Chompy.
Friends, go. Chumpy. Go. Follow. Chumpy gets food. Follow friend.
Food, Chompy, follow.
Mm-hmm.
Follow Zavid. Follow friends. And then I'm going to look to you all and be like, yes! We're gonna have a new guard, a new person to live in Shadow Valley. It's gonna be great. I say this in comment. I'm just like, this is gonna be so cool.
I have changed it to friendly.
Oh my god.
And as you are, and Chompy says to you, Chompy, Zavid, friend, present. And it vomits up this little bag. It's an incense. You smell it immediately. It smells of fresh earth and ash. I want you, Zavid, to roll me a religion check to see if you know what this is.
Okay. You know, I was gonna say the present was friendship all along, but I'll take this too. Let's see.
Religion in the tower.
Religion. Excuse me.
No.
Yeah, okay. You recognize immediately that Chompy is your new best friend because Chompy just gave you incense of distilled death.
Oh my god.
This black incense smells of fresh earth and ash. You activate the incense by lighting it, whereupon it fills a 10-foot emanation with oily smoke and potent negative energy. Undead creatures, including incorporeal undead, gain fast healing 4 while in the area, though this healing comes from negative energy. It doesn't negatively impact living creatures. Once lit, the incense burns for 1 minute and can't be extinguished. So it's a consumable that will heal undead in an area and not hurt living creatures.
I am going to give it another piece of meat with a little cheese added.
It's almost some of the good cheese.
Because I still got some of that cheese from the
Yeah.
from that place. And I say, thank you, friend. Chompy, meet Wisp. Wisp, talk with Chompy. Try to teach him Aklo and teach him our ways. If he tries to eat you, just phase out of him.
Yes, will not get eaten by Chompy. Wisp, friend.
Chompy, friend Wisp. Wisp, friend Chompy. And Chompy will...
Zavid, what the hell just happened?
I like monsters. I think they're cool.
So, yeah, Khan, I understood all of that. Zavid basically, gave meat and kept telling it friend and not to bite us, basically. So we have a mimic on our side.
As you're all having this conversation, you hear grinding sounds as the stones begin to move.
Whoa!
And they have reorganized themselves as you were having this conversation.
I guess I'll wait till you get it all.
It's done. You're good.
It's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't much. 2 sections moved, but
Yeah, it would appear that occasionally these move on a timer, perhaps.
I think seeing down here and seeing that this is different. Actually, we were just up there. We
Yeah.
saw that this is all, yeah.
You saw that
Seeing that
change, but nothing in this straight north and south hallway changed.
Right. I think I would like to try to go this way,
Great.
knowing that it changed. It looks like there's a connection here that wasn't there before.
That is correct, yes. So I want, again, just another survival check in the tower from whomever has survival.
I have it all, baby.
Yeah, okay. So Reese, between Zavid's breadcrumbs and your just natural instinct as a ranger, you pretty much have a good beat on where you're headed. So yeah, you're able to move yourselves pretty freely along this hallway here.
Great.
Maybe it's because I was chewing something, but when you said pretty much, I thought you said pretty much in my head, and I was like, no, no, please.
I would.
There we go. Yeah, if you shift click another token while you're holding onto your token, you can move them simultaneously, like I've got Ma'at and Chompy doing.
Amazing.
There we go.
I was just gonna say, speaking that way is unprofessional.
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 Streamers here. Okay, that hurt.
Got that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're coming to kind of a strange place where you haven't been before because this labyrinth keeps spinning around.
Yeah.
Which direction are you going to go? Are you still trying to head west mostly?
Yeah, but seeing that there's a sort of dead end here, I think I'm gonna like.
No, you can keep going west. It just goes north and south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I know that this hallway connects now, and then this hallway goes down south this way. So I think I would at least get here. If you want us all to be on this thing if it shifts, like please go ahead and do that for us.
What I was going to do is having marching order, and I was going to make you roll reflex saves as you walk through it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
okay.
back up a little, and I need your marching order. It seems like it was Reese and Zavid up front, right? Okay.
I think Reese should be the front leader
The front,
with
yeah.
survival.
That's the one with the high survival there.
Yeah, I'm just using perception and then the breadcrumbs. Make sure we don't
Public or tower?
go back where we already were.
Public, yeah, for reflex saves.
I could probably like go more towards the back.
Okay, so it's really only going to need to be Reese and Zavid for reflex saves.
All right, let's see. Reflex save.
Yeah, the two of you, as you walk through, there's there is all over the place. There's a tiny seam all along the wall, the ceiling, and the floor. And as you two pass it, the stone begins to move quickly. And you two are now, it keeps going a little further to there. So the two of you are actually now over on that side, yes.
So we failed our save.
Yes, you failed your saves.
Damn.
And Ma'at and Khan and Chompy didn't have the time to kind of dive in. So you're sort of like, where did they go, kind of a thing. But you know, kind of that it just spun in place.
Yeah.
So they didn't
Yeah.
they didn't get banished to another realm or anything.
So, do you say that maybe we like wait it out until it keeps spinning?
I'm gonna cast Mork's Senden
Nice.
Ooh,
on Khan and say, Khan, it's V. We're fine. We got split up. Is this area in front of us look like one of the chambers that we need to
It
solve?
absolutely does, yes.
We are directly in front of a chamber where we need to solve, but I don't think you're going to be able to reach us the normal way. I think you might have to go south first and then try to see if you can go west from there.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
Other than that, what you could do, we could go into that chamber and you could stay where we were and wait. Maybe the labyrinth will shift again and bring you to us. That's another option.
But there's also no guarantee that it will stop in the
Yes.
spot yeah.
There's no guarantee. But we are safe. I think we're just going to try and handle this challenge.
I look at Reese like, are we gonna do that?
Yeah, we might be all right on our own, but just if it feels like it might be too much for us, we'll wait for you.
Okay. Well, good luck. Don't die. All that.
I will keep us above death. Yes, I'll do my best.
We
Click.
are above death.
We are above death. We're better than
Above
death.
it. Absolutely above it.
So now, knowing that we're safe and they're safe, I guess we'll walk into this chamber, and then if you want to do what, like, we can
Whatever
get
you
to that
need
point
to.
in a minute if you want to see what they do next.
For sure. I do want to do that. I'm just going to put you guys on a different map for the moment, but
Yeah.
Khan and Ma'at. So Khan,
Die.
you, Ma'at, and Chompy are now kind of together here.
What
And
a unit.
Chompy, you don't speak Abyssal, right?
Nope.
Or Aklo, I mean? No? Yeah, so Chompy says something that Ma'at doesn't understand either.
Wisp is
Oh,
here.
Wisp is there, yes.
Because I had Wisp follow, so
You're
yeah,
right.
Wisp is with. Wisp can go through the walls. Wisp can phase through.
That's true.
Shit. I forgot about that. Does what's her name have comprehend languages?
Yes.
Ma'at.
Ma'at, yes.
Yeah. She could also be a bit of a language
Oh, that's
bridge
true.
here.
That's true. So let's see. Yeah, Chompy says, "Friend, Zavid, where?" to Wisp, but Ma'at says, "Well, I suppose we're on our own, finding our own way. Shall we then?"
We shall. They did seem to be going to the west.
And so Ma'at casts no direction. It's a cantrip. And so even underground, she can sense where west is. She says to you, yes, generally that direction. So I want you two to roll survival checks. She is not good at this, but there's always a chance for a nat 20. A nat 16's not bad. Okay. Yeah, between the two of you, and actually, you know what? Chompy knows a little bit about this labyrinth as well.
I would
Chompy's
hope.
been down here for a gazillion years. Chompy takes the lead and shows you roughly the direction that you need to go. And it comes to here and starts making a noise that you can only interpret as barking. And it sits and starts to, it has that long prehensile tongue sticking out. It's kind of panting. And it sits in place. I think perhaps it wants us to sit here.
Oh yeah, Khan says, noticing the grooves in the wall.
Mm-hmm. And you do feel that the labyrinth begins to shake and vibrate a little as this section rotates itself to there. So you are both here. And you can see that to the north of you is a short hallway that leads to a room that is very close to where Zavid should be. Zavid and Reese.
But that takes, a little bit.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes. So
Yeah,
for the
so
moment,
cut
gonna
to-
go over to Zavid and Reese. So
This
I'll
is
share
perfect. It gives me time to
this.
eat my sandwich. And...
Yeah, eat your sandwich. So Zavid and Reese, you come
Oh,
to
it's an orb. Yes.
It is. It's an octagonal room, in the center of which is a massive crystal orb. It's probably 5 feet tall on a golden pedestal, and that's really all there is in here. I'm not sure what that thing on the left side of the map is. I didn't put that there. That's not anything.
Okay. Just some
So
rubble.
it's just oh, didn't unlock it. There you go.
Thank
Just
you.
some rubble.
Whoa.
I'm like, let's just look only for a moment and not touch
Yes.
anything.
Yes, let's ponder.
I ponder.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me Arcana. Oh no, Arcana or Occultism in the tower.
Both are the same for me. Beauregard. What the hell? Oop, I'm not muted.
Arcana or occultism. Do Arcana.
All right. Zavid, you can definitely tell this thing is magical for sure. you feel like it has a powerful transmutation magic to it. But beyond that, you aren't sure what it could do.
Perhaps it has transmutation magic.
Just like Khan's.
It's not divination, so it's not like it is not a typical scrying type orb. It might have some other thing.
This is not my skill set. Unfortunately, orbs are pretty. They look nice, but yeah, no, not sure.
Yeah. Not knowing what to do either, I compliment the orb.
You are very lustrous and you look wonderful.
It
does anything.
Nothing happens to it. It's still kind of swirly. It's definitely a magic orb, but you are correct. It's not like.
Did you get your
crystal
swirls
ball.
done recently? Very
They look
nice.
very highlighted.
Wonderful.
Reese is just like, you know what? Screw it. You don't think it looks dangerous to touch, right?
Well, I didn't think the mirrors were either, but
Look,
And
I
the
don't have a
coins.
weakness for magic stuff, so Reese is just gonna like walk forward. If he does a perception, could he do
Before
that?
you do anything, I'm going to cast Undeath's Blessing on you to make
Yeah.
sure if I have to heal you, I don't have to use an action I can
Smart.
just do it.
Excellent. Oh, you have the foxtail? Okay, go play with that. Sorry, talking to the cat. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a perception
Mhm.
to ponder. Well, that's performance. Nope. Ponder more in public or tower.
Tower. You don't really see anything inside of it. It's clearly magical, but there's not like any images that are appearing inside. It's just kind of a swirly glass, crystal, some type magic orb.
He's gonna put his hand on the orb.
It begins to glow a calming blue, and it gives a minor hum. Boom. That's all that happens.
He's gonna remove his hand.
The glow goes away, and the hum goes away.
Huh.
I'm gonna put my hand on the orb.
Precisely the same thing happens. Same tone, same glow. Ma'at says, intriguing. And as you take your hand off, she puts hers on.
Where did
Nothing
she
she's
come
here?
from?
I'm sorry. She's not with you yet.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say that's when Khan and
Everyone
Ma'at
else
arrive.
popped in. Yeah.
Yes, so I will.
Supplies.
We're humming.
Surprise.
everyone compliment the orb before you touch it.
It's humming with happiness.
On. And then.
Because that's, you know, how
there we go.
Zavid and Reese are taking it, because those two are just not true.
So yes, Khan, this is what you see as you come in with Ma'at and Chompy. You see Zavid and Reese kind of touching this orb one at a time. It glows and it hums, and Ma'at says, interesting. Let us see what happens. And she touches it, and nothing happens. The orb doesn't glow, it doesn't hum.
This has to do something then with living versus...
Jumpy. Tongue. Touch.
Chompy, tongue touch. And Chompy sends his long tongue out and touches the cue or the orb, and it doesn't do anything.
I ask, taste?
Metal glass. Bad.
Bad.
Con,
So only
can you-
when
You're the only one that hasn't touched
Yeah.
it.
Well, I'd be ostracized otherwise, and I'll touch the orb.
It glows the same blue, and you hear the same tone. Boom.
so I'm gonna touch it while she's touching it.
You hear it begins to glow brighter, and you hear a harmonic tone. Boom.
Okay.
As they're leaning over each other.
Alright. And Reese is gonna touch it. I'm like, if it doesn't go boom, I will be disappointed. And touches
Yeah, it glows brighter and goes boom and completes a tone as the walls of force close. And there's a flash of light in front of all of you, and you can't see for a moment. And as your sight comes to, I want all of you to roll me a perception check in the tower, please. I mostly just want to know who sees this first. That checks out. Han,
Yeah?
you're the first person to notice something weird. As you're looking around, you look and you see that you're eye level with Ma'at. You're standing next to Reese, and he's only a few inches taller than you. And you look around you, and you see yourself standing next to Ma'at. You look at your hands, and they're gray. Your arms are long and unproportional. Zavid, you're second to notice that you're really short. And suddenly Ma'at's standing behind you. Or let me see, who...
And I can see my nose in front of my face.
I'm sorry, Khan, you were looking at Zavid. You were looking out of Reese's eyes. I got that wrong.
Oh.
Yes, Khan, you are very tall looking out of Reese's eyes. You see Zavid. Here, I'm just going to write it down because clearly all of you have swapped bodies. And Shane, this is why I needed your spells locked in, because all of you are swapping character sheets.
Oh my god.
Open up the characters thing, please.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to clear the ownership of all of your character sheets. Reese, clear owner.
Oh my
Zavid,
god, it's
clear
weird.
owner. So, Reese, you now have Zavid's character sheet. So Elliot, please open Zavid.
Yep.
If you see notes that says kill entire party, ignore that. That's nothing.
Okay, yeah.
Shane, Zavid, you are now short. You are Khan. And Khan, you are Reese. Please open that as well.
Reese
But yes,
is
Khan, you notice first that you're very tall.
Oh.
Was is happened? This is very weird. My voice.
How do you live like this? Why?
What is happening?
What do you mean what has happened? Oh my god, you're hurt.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I
All
look
of
at
you-
you and I'm like, I have bad posture. Who are you? Are you Khan? Or are you Khan? Or are you Khan? And I point to Ma'at.
We are ourselves.
Nothing happened to
Yeah,
us.
and I'm Khan. I'm Khan, you know.
You're not Khan.
Uh,
You're me.
Oh, this is so glorious.
No, I'm Zavid.
But it's coming from the tiny rat folk.
No,
I am
you're
Zavid.
Khan.
No, I am Zavid.
Am I
Oh my-
really that short?
Do you now
Well, at least
see
you're not
why?
an actual rat size. And I feel like Lao Chapeau, like
Yeah,
up on my
I
shoulder.
bet comes out. That pipe goes,
Oh, what has happened?
that is not Khan's voice, and it slithers out of the cloak and onto the floor.
Do you now see why I thought you were just regular mouse size?
What the hell? I have like a tail, and I'm like touching the tail. Like, how do you live like this? Looking up at, I'm guessing that Reese is Khan. Like, what the? Doesn't this get in the way?
No, not really. Once you get used to walking around with it. My hair is so soft. Wow.
Wait, compared to mine, do you think we're on the same level? Because your fur is very soft. I mean, no, wait, hold on. No, oh god, no, I'm greasy. Oh, that's not grease. That's not fur.
I'm like looking at my little rat hand paw things with the little, little claws.
Why?
And I'm like, I wonder. And then I take out the knife, or the gladius,
Mhm.
and I do like this sick fucking flourish with it. And I'm like,
You amaze yourself at the amount of flourish and grace that you have with this blade. You truly amaze yourself, because you've tried this kind of thing in your room in the dark before with a dagger, and you always either hurt
alone,
yourself
yeah,
or
and
drop
it
it.
swings out of the
you
hand and
fling
hits
it,
the wall.
It
like-
never worked, and you always embarrass yourself. But you pull this thing out. You know that scene in Indiana Jones where he shoots the dude with the sword? It's just wow, 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 with a flourish, and when you stop, you stare at your own hand like, did that just happen?
Hey,
Are we
David.
gonna be stuck like this forever?
I don't know, but what is this? And he takes out the yellow musk potion. Is this for your date nights?
That is not a potion. That is a poison. Do not eat it. Do not drink it, please.
Oh, okay. And he shoves it back in because he doesn't
That'd
know
be
the
very
difference
bad.
between potion and poison.
As you're having this conversation, throw me a perception check in the tower. This is one of the best ideas I ever had.
All right.
This is awesome. This is great.
Considering I love
Thank
doing
you.
Savid's voice, this is fantastic.
I'm so happy I did this.
For
Perception.
Perception of the tower. Oh my god. I wasn't sure that this bit was gonna land, but I'm so happy it did. Okay, Reese, who...
Wow.
Wait, Rich, who is Reese? That's Khan, right?
Yeah.
So Eldritch. What Eldritch sees is within the crystal ball, you start to see a shape that's actually familiar because you rolled extraordinarily high. From within, and from within the walls, you see 5 shadowy Invidiac demons, which you recognize as the hitchhiker. Remember when Danny cast that ritual to learn beast speech forever ago, and you all created a demon?
Mhm.
These are that.
Was
but
I
there's
in the
5
party
of
at
them.
that point?
You were not. This was before. This was
Thought so.
pre-Reese. This was like level 5.
I let our gambit was I let it possess me, and then I paralyzed myself so it couldn't do anything.
It was awesome. It was such a good idea. But yes, please roll initiative. There are demons, and you are now having to fight as each other. So I hope you've been paying attention to what
Sweet.
abilities y'all have. this whole
Ignore
time.
all the urges
yeah,
you
of
might feel
course.
looking at these demons. Okay?
Holy
Oh,
shit. I got
look
a
at
nat
that.
20 as con.
It's great, isn't it? It's
That
great,
means
right?
It's pretty cool.
Oh, look at that! Shane, what
Wow.
that means is anything you attack, now that your initiative is higher, they will be flat-footed to you automatically because you have your higher initiative. So yeah, Zavid, you're up first. What do you want to do as Khan? Or Shane as
No.
Khan?
No, that's me.
Oh
I rolled
shit,
that.
that's right. Reese says this is so confusing. I'm so sorry. Yes,
I got the
whoever
nat.
is currently in Zavid's body, it is your
Yes.
turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna look around, see the demons. And where's my skill tab? No, not skill. Abilities. Well, abilities are important too, I guess. Anyway, who the hell is Garwinkle? Sorry.
Carwinkle?
Yeah,
Where'd that come from?
it's a letter.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Anyway, yes, so I'm going to look around at the one that's, actually probably right over here, this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to read aura.
Okay. That tells you that these are definitely demons.
Okay.
And the object in the middle is very clearly a transmutation orb. At this point, you get the sense that the whole point of the orb is it's a body transference orb. And actually, as Zavid, for some reason that pops into your brain. You Reese, have never heard that word, but body transference orb. Where in the fuck did that come? It just your brain pulled that out.
What the hell? Okay, well, this explains a lot. Okay, so I'm going to look through my cantrips. I think I'm gonna go do. There's some rubble right over there. I'm gonna do
Yes, plenty.
telekinetic projectile to
Great.
the one behind me.
So click the magnifier next to that, and then with the button that says R spell, just drop it on top of it, of the demon.
Spell.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
I forgot these are really low-leveled creatures. I leveled up the succubi. I didn't level up these because there's 5 of them.
Oh,
So
thank you.
even with a nat 2, you managed to hurl some rubble. It's
Ugh.
very unwieldy. You're not used to this gangly body yet, but you still managed to pelt this thing with some boards. So roll any of the 3 damage, bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. That's your choice, whatever you feel is most appropriate.
Probably bludgeoning.
Cool. So drop the 7d6 plus 5 bludgeoning on top of it. There you go.
There we go.
Shazam, you smash this thing with a bunch of boards. Then you look down at your hands and you're like, what in the hell? How did I do that?
when you flex like your arm, like when you threw your arm, you notice like it's like a super jointed thing, and the arm sort of stretched and bent a little bit. And when you look at your hands, the fingers kind of elongate and go back as you're like doing this. The shadowy flesh is like very malleable.
You feel like you're made out of pudding. You're used to you're used to Reese being rock hard, chiseled, made out of granite. This body is made out of pudding. You don't know what you're doing, but you're making it work. And I'm gonna say that's you have one action if you want to like move or something.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, the knowledge check. That was an action. So that's the end of your turn. Khan, whoever is in Khan's body.
That's me. I am going to. There's no way I can make a 5-foot step without using an action, is there?
I'm gonna put that thing in a better spot. It's not on a square. I'll say it's within your range.
Sweet. I'm going to try to unload all these attacks on it,
right,
since I moved before it did.
Let me give it flat-footed. There you go. It is ready.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I have to do anything else besides just using this
just
+1. Yeah.
The
Is it
Gladius?
It's a low-grade silver R.
No, it is hers is the hang on. +2 striking silver. It's one of the bottom.
Oh, I got
Just
it.
above
Plus two
unarmed. And then the
Got
+26.
it, got it.
Yeah, use the +26.
Yeah, okay. So,
this is gonna you have a hero point.
Hero point. I don't want to embarrass myself in Khan's body.
There you go. Wait, what did Dex? What did you not drop it on top of it?
Oh, I didn't. I don't attack
let
things.
Me check.
There,
let me
hold on.
check. Its AC is 22. That's a crit. So hold shift as you drop the damage on top of it, and that should double everything.
I'm targeting it right now. So
would that
work too?
Hold shift as you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
35 is a crit on this thing.
So let's roll. You said it's a crit, so I roll this twice.
Or hold shift, and it should just automatically do it. That looks right.
That's
Yeah. Without missing a beat, you just.
I do a little stab, and like the wound explodes into shadows, and I'm like, holy shit.
So that just feels like, yeah, you do an incredible amount of damage slicing through this shadow like it's butter, and you still have 2 actions. Oh, you can give it a debilitation as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, all right, debilitation, let's see. First, let me do that.
I'll tell you, it can't bleed.
Debilitating strike. Says I can give it -20, or sorry, -10 foot status. Okay. Enfeebled 1.
Feebled. Okay, let's do that. And then with your second action,
It's
that was
2 rounds.
Nat 1. That was a huge miss. So enfeebled. How many rounds?
For 2 rounds, enfeebled 1, and then 1 more attack, and I think that's it. I'm just going for it.
And make sure it's
Yeah.
the second penalty, like the first penalty, not the 26. It's like 21.
All
I
right,
think.
yeah. Well, I already got a nat 1 on the second attack.
Oh,
so
that's
that
right.
was-
So if you're
It's
going
a
for a
third
third, it'd be the
penalty,
third
yeah.
penalty. Yeah. I'll tell you, these
There
things
it
have
is.
low AC. It's 22. If that wasn't a nat 1, you would have still hit with that 22. But nat 1s decrease the.
Oh
That's a
my
mistake.
God. Oh
So
my God.
you're not used to how short.
Wait a
you
minute.
are.
Flat-footed still doesn't give me
Yeah,
it?
it still wasn't enough because a natural 1 takes the level of success down by 1. So
Does
even though
anyone want to give me a hero point
yeah.
so I could bust this thing open?
You could have. Wait.
Yeah,
Did
you-
Reese already use hero point?
No.
Only 1 has so far.
Nope.
Just now.
Go for it.
Okay. You have Reese's hero point.
Hell yeah.
There
How's
you
that?
go. A big old critty crit. Wonderful. So 2 crits and a miss in there. This one you don't have to hold shift. It should automatically just work. Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
So many dice.
Right?
Yeah, and you do. Why did that not do?
Yes.
Hang on. Why did that not do near as much damage?
What do you mean? The first one was 57, this was 64.
Yeah, but it partially resisted way more than it should have. Hang on. She should have resisted 10 total, or this should have resisted 10 total. How much total damage did you just do? 57. Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
57
that's like half the damage it
plus
resisted.
64. I don't know why it did that. 57 plus 64 is 121. So she should have taken I should have taken 111 damage. So let me fix that. I don't know what the you kill it. That's everything. You more than kill it with those 2 actions. And as per usual, you get splashed with blood that is
But it
shadowy
doesn't
and
have blood.
wispy.
They don't have blood. He
That's
said.
true. This one. Oh, that was the wrong one. Oh shit. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Oh damn. Well, I'm just gonna replace it with that and call this one dead. That is not what I meant to do. Well, good job. You just killed one.
Yeah, maybe like Khan's body has been so conditioned to the feeling of blood spattering over her that it's almost like a ghostly sensation. Like this is what she feels every time she kills.
And you get a rush, a huge rush as you're splashed with this
I
shadow
look at
blood.
Reese's body with like a crazed look in my eye, and I'm like, how do you control yourself? How do you not go crazy every time you fight?
Do you see the power in her paws?
I'm just brandishing this fucking thing and twirling it around like, who's next?
Next is actually Chompy, and Chompy's gonna give it a go. Chompy's gonna run around to here, and kind of. Well, no, Chompy's too stupid to do that. Never mind. Chompy doesn't know about flanking. Chompy's just gonna try to pseudopod this thing with its tongue. Just lash out with its sticky tongue and critically hit. What the fuck, Chompy?
Good boy.
Good boy, Chompy. Does
So is
30
it still partially resisting this, or?
that one resisted the correct amount. It resisted 5. So 42 damage resisted down to 37. Chompy just did a good old bite on this thing, and it is now stuck to Chompy. So it is I'm gonna give it grabbed. And it will need to like make a check or something if it wants to escape. So I'm gonna call that the end of Chompy's turn. And it's that demon. Great. So it's going to try a reflex save to get out of this. DC is 23. Let's see if it can make it. It does, just barely. So that's a whole action. Second action, it's going to attack out at Chompy, actually, because it's the one that hit it first. And it's going to miss. And then it's going to attack Ma'at since she's also there. Maybe? Nope, miss. All right. That brings it to Ma'at. Let's see here. She's going to assume that these are probably also, bless, is that a good one? No. She's going to inspire courage again to all of you. So she's going to begin singing and give everyone +1. Let's see, where is that? Right there. +1. And then once again, she realizes that a lot of the things in here seem to be weak to her good damage. So she's gonna don't reinvent the wheel sort of thing. Just gonna blast it with Divine Lance once again. And
Fun fact, I invented the wheel.
She does. Yeah, blast it for 21 good damage. That's the end of Ma'at's turn. Reese, whoever is in Reese's body is currently up.
Yay, have fun!
Yippee! How many actions is Hunt Prey? Just one? Nice. Then I'm going to designate the one that Ma'at just attacked.
All right, so make it your target by control clicking it.
And you'll want to do the Hunter's Precision with that too.
Yeah, and you have 2 abilities under your cantrips under your actions tab. I had to clang together Reese's character sheet, so I don't mind walking you through this one.
Yeah.
Where Hunt Prey is, click the magnifying glass.
Yeah,
and then
it's just pressing the icon of the little guy.
Yep. Specifically, you want the second one, but the other 2 won't hurt. But you need the second one. And then Hunter's Edge Precision, click the magnifying glass and the little token, and that will give the enemy a buff that will work together with your buff.
Now you understand why I was very confused when I was Bubblegum Sweet, because I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
All right, so now you're set up for that. And let's see. It is gone, so it's not flat-footed to you, so you won't get sneak attack, but you will get the precision from Hunt Prey if you hit it.
Yeah. I'll attack with my longbow.
Great. Oh, you sink an arrow into this thing. You're a pretty good archer, but normally, but with this, the height and the draw length of these long elvish arms, just whew, you send this arrow sailing past Ma'at and straight into this thing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. I draw back this bow with grace, but almost flirtation.
Yeah. It's
Take a hero point. That was hilarious.
Yay, have it back.
Yeah. That should have done more damage than that.
Yeah,
it should have done 39, so it should
It
do
does
another
that
13.
sometimes.
Okay.
Is it the
Yeah, I don't know.
1d8?
No, that one wasn't that's fault. That one is the fault of the that's gonna straight up kill it, actually. That's more than enough. With the corrected resistance, yes. So Con within Reese's body, you with a single arrow, you take a moment just to set your eye and it explodes into shadows.
That wasn't even with your crumping. You get 2 attacks, by the way.
That's true. You get one more attack because you're flurrying. So you can send another arrow somewhere else if you'd like, at your top. And Ma'at gets a little bit of blood on her.
I think the only one I can directly see is the one to the north.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just do an attack.
Okay. And that'll be at your top bonus because it's a flurry.
Oh.
You get 2 at
yeah.
the top bonus. That's the benefit.
It's
even
like
if
2.
even if the new target isn't
Mhm.
my hunted
Yeah.
prey anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, you just won't gain the hunted prey benefit.
Okay.
Those 2 abilities are unrelated. They just mesh together really nicely.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm. Oh.
That
Ooh.
hits still.
Okay.
These things are level 7. They're
Oh.
that's why there's
Squishy.
5 of them though. That did the correct amount. Okay, so that one didn't do nearly as much damage. You kind of spun around and just and
Yeah.
just barely grazed it. That's the word. That's the end of
Yeah.
Reese's turn. It is.
Usually I'm better at shooting my shot.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I say with a hair flip.
This was seriously the best idea I've ever had. Is making this room. So, this demon is
hair
going
flip.
to look at Zavid's body, whoever that is, and is going to attempt to cast possession. So, I need you to make a will save DC 26, Zavid's body.
Will save. Where is Will? Oh, DC.
Yep.
Oh, I should be fine.
Oh, that's fine. Yep. So yes, something happens on a failure. 1 second, let me find it. So, for some reason, you know that this thing is trying to possess you. You don't
know.
That just no. It comes out of somewhere in your brain. You see it coming, and something in your brain tells you how to stop this thing. You look it in the eyes and say no, and it actually takes damage. Because if an Invidiac attempts to possess a creature and the creature rolls a success on its saving throw to resist possession, or if the possession is of a creature is ended prematurely, such as with Dispel Magic, it takes 6d6 mental damage. So please roll 6d6 in the chat.
Oh, that's not all.
Hmm?
Oh?
I have Mind of Menace up.
What's that?
Oh, a spell I cast before I went to the labyrinth, meaning if
shit.
anyone tried to do a mind affecting, they also take extra damage from that. That's just been up the whole time.
That's great. So how much extra?
I don't have
I'll
my
look it
character
up.
sheet,
I'll
so.
look it up. What's that called? Mind of Menace?
Mind of Menace.
I see it. There it
Mind
is.
of Menace.
What does that
third
do?
level.
At 3rd level, I see it. It becomes frightened 2. It gets a will save. Okay, so I will make it roll that. It'll just be faster if I do it. Oh, it critically failed at a natural 4. It rolled an
Oh.
18. So it's
Hell
frightened
yeah.
2, and you are unaffected by the triggering mental effect. So, it critically fails. Let me give it. Wait, what did I just say it gets? Shit. I said it and then forgot it immediately.
Frightened 2, and
Frightened
then
2.
you also critically succeeded on the save. So if you want to do
The
its own
6d6.
sort of thing too, yeah.
Frightened. So if it critically failed, then that means that you get to double that. So what did I say? 12d6 mental damage, please. Whoever's Elliot, please have Zavi or just roll 12d6 in the chat box.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Let me read
I'd
it.
say you
1, 2,
feel
3,
like
4,
as
5,
this
6,
thing is
7,
trying
8,
to
9,
invade
10,
your mind,
11,
maybe I don't know how Reese normally feels about possession and stuff of like
Hates
mental
it. Absolutely
willpower
hates it
type
after
stuff.
His father.
You didn't notice at first because it was just weird being in a body, but I think you'd feel like this weird shadowy protection envelop your mind and lash right back out very automatically. Kind of like having another limb just sort of fight on your behalf without even you needing to control it. It feels...
The limb is within your own brain.
Yeah. It's a very strange feeling, but
it's like a
maybe
headache
hopefully
that helped.
Hopefully it helps you understand Zavid's personality and mindset a little better.
Yeah, a little bit. I said no means no!
Oh, shit.
Glorious. 39 mental damage as you blast back at this thing. So 39, that puts it in. Cool. It's already bloodied because of that one attack. So you took down half of its health in retaliation for a possession. That was its turn. So that was just a reaction. It's the other one's turn now. It is going to, seeing that it did not work at all on Zavid, it's going to try the same on Ma'at, someone else. So it's going to try to possess Ma'at because it can't see any of the other of you through the crystal ball. And here we go. Ma'at critically succeeded. Okay. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, D6. 44 mental damage as Ma'at looks this thing without a moment, doesn't move a muscle, doesn't flinch. She simply says, "We will not be usurped," and blasts back at it with her mental damage. It's the end of its turn. Shit. I was hoping at least one of it would work on one of you guys.
No.
Nope. Okay, top of the round. Whoever's in Zavid's body, you are up.
It is me. Okay. No.
I'm so happy I did this.
Let me see. I was thinking, what would I do?
I say from Khan's body, another one of those flying projectiles would probably do it in.
Yeah, you know what? They're pretty weak. Okay, so...
Oui.
So what I'm going to do is do another telekinetic projectile with that same rebel that hit it, make it more insulting.
Great. To the one to the north?
Yep.
Wonderful. So go ahead and roll that attack.
Okay.
Was there one that came out of the crystal ball? Or am I misremembering?
There was, but I fucked up some stuff, and I don't know where it went. I don't know why.
You deleted
3.
the wrong one. You killed the
you're
wrong
right.
one up here,
Yeah.
and then you just moved it up.
That's right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
And
that
this
is a
is-
critical hit with the boards. You got used to the weird nimbly-bimbly arms,
So
and
weird.
managed to hurl some stuff. So go ahead and roll damage. Holy God. As you do,
Oh.
that one did.
I can do big damage too.
You
For
can.
real?
All you have to do is throw things.
he's looking at it like, I can do that. I'm
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah,
I'm
you
allowed to
just
do big
get a
damage.
whole bunch of debris all from all around you and slam this into the wall of force, and it crushes it into it, and it fades away,
My
splat,
God.
and is gone. You still have a single action there.
I'm going
Reveed.
to move on the other side to see the other one.
Okay, you move to there. That's the end of your turn. That brings it to Khan's body.
Not to be outdone, Khan, Zavid, Zahn decides to do a fucking acrobatic maneuver under, like slides under
Yes.
this thing.
Okay, quick
I'll take
dissection-
assurance.
I was gonna say assurance or roll.
I'm assurancing it.
Okay, so it's not fancy, but you did it with no issue. It's not fancy though.
As one action, I had enough movement to get there, and then I'm
That
just
makes it
going
flat-footed,
to.
because that's tumble between. So there you go. It's
Ooh.
flat-footed.
Great, that's perfect. Since I plan on beating the shit out of it.
Wait, why did? Oh,
What?
roll. You have to. Roll
Oh,
it
I
on
didn't-
the
I
creature.
didn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Do it again.
It's
Just
okay.
roll it on the creature, or make it your target. Either one.
Let's see. There we
Both
go.
work. Yeah. Now. That's right.
So
We'll
roll
mulligan
again. Just
that
go
one.
again.
Yep. We'll mulligan it.
All right. Thank you. Very kind of you.
Hey, look, critical.
Crit on an 8 is insane. Okay.
Don't it feel good? I play a fighter in my Pathfinder game, and there you get crits on. Oh my god! That should have done so much more than that. That should have done 69.
I think
needed
it's
to add
resisting
30.
some of the damage types more than it should.
Must be, yeah. That should have
Yeah.
done 30, and it had 7 hit points even with all of that resistance. So you absolutely obliterate this thing. How do you want to describe it? You overkill it by like 60.
I slide underneath. I guess I don't have anything like cool to say in another person's body. And so I just go like, "Eat my brain, sucker!" And then get it right in the sternum, and it, and so this black icky like ichor, this demonic blood splashes on my face, and I look and I'm like, "This is fun."
And as you say that, this is fun. All of you go. Your eyesight goes white again.
Whoa.
And a moment later, when you all sort of come to, Khan, you are short again. Zavid, your arms are gray again. And Reese, your hair is perfect again.
Oh, thank God.
Please swap character sheets. Or please close them out and I'll release them and you can retake them.
Yeah, I don't know how you do Zavid's voice constantly when you do, because that hurt. Like, after, sometimes you're like, oh, I have to put the rasp less.
There you go.
It takes a lot of practice to do this voice.
It was very fun, though.
Yep. Oh, I did not mean to take ownership of those. Whoops, clear.
God damn.
Clear.
So controlling.
Sorry about that.
You don't own me.
There you go. Now your character should be available in the character sheet. Yeah. So you can have your own character sheets back. You are back in your own bodies. The blood is gone, the walls are gone, and the crystal ball is gone. And Ma'at says, "Wow, that was astonishing. What just happened?"
Oh my God, I'm me again. And Reese just like, he kind of does like the Austin Powers thing, and just pats like everywhere, and it's like, yep, mine. Pat's butt, pat's butt. Oh, thank God.
I pull out instinctively my own dagger and I try to do a flourish, and it just fuddles and falls on the ground. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna practice this. That was fucking awesome.
Zavid,
I know, right? It's pretty, great to be me.
Zavid, how have you always been that rubbery with like isn't that weird? My finger snapped back in place.
No, I've always been that way, yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a property of my people.
Your people are very interesting, and when you experience not that, then go to having that.
I miss the tail. The tail was a good counterbalance. It helped me like move. When I slid under the orb, I used the tail to like propel me off the ground. I wish I had one. I feel like, and I'm like rubbing above my ass. Like I feel naked without it. It sucks.
Well, I don't really miss anything about your body. I hope you learned though that like you can make stuff go boom. Use your brain, it works. It's great. And Reese doesn't mean to sound insulting in that one. He's just like, because he doesn't know how to explain. I just wanted to hit things with that, so I did it. He doesn't understand how telekinetic projectile worked, but he's like, I thought about it really hard, and it did it. It was great. You should do it.
I show you how you did it, because it was so fast. I mean, it was 2 rounds of combat, so this happened really quick. What actually happened was, I do a telekinetic projectile. My shadow reaches out and grabs the thing and throws it. And then I have my shadow wave at you from the ground. And I say, you have shadow control when you're in my body.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah, check this out.
Cool.
And I take the dagger and I give it to my shadow, and it disappears into the shadow. And I'm like, where'd it go? Who knows, right? And then I have the shadow eject it like into the air, and I grab it and put it.
I want you to roll to grab it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's called a reflex
cool.
save. I want you to too, but it would also be really funny if you failed.
Yes.
So reflex save publicly.
All right.
And DC's not high. Just don't nat one it. There, yeah. You absolutely snatch it out of the air.
I like nick my. I grab the knife by the blade and I nick my skin up. I'm like, shit. I like put it away.
That's right. You could just harm yourself.
Yeah, I just.
Nothing. Anyway, that was actually kind of fun. The other ones hurt, but that felt empowering and cool.
Hey,
That was intriguing to watch.
Con,
And
do you
Chompy
want a
comes up
hair
and starts
routine?
licking you and gets stuck to you. Sorry, I think I interrupted you there,
Oh
Elliot.
yeah. So, Con, do you want to? You seem to really like the hair. Do you want to know my routine sometime?
I've good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
What sort of,
we'll trade notes.
alchemical research have you done to make
Yes.
your hair so silky soft?
It's natural, but I put a little additives here and there, and with your fur, you'll need even less than me. Like, this is a lot, but I think your body covers less than this.
Well, I'm thinking about
all
it.
the fur on my body is less than your hair?
It's thicker than it looks.
Before I
Trust
forget,
me.
while I'm thinking about it, for this whole scene, I want all of you to take a hero point. It was magnificent.
Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Oh,
so
looks like
cool.
I got one.
Yeah, so
Oh, no,
everyone
I didn't
take
use
one.
it yet. Sweet.
Oh, that was so great. I'm so happy I made that.
Can we? I'll ask everyone else. Did you say that Chompy's tongue got stuck to me or something?
Just for a second, like, and then it kind of is able to peel it off like an adhesive,
Yeah.
like a
I think
cat
I'm-
tongue, but way worse.
I'll look at everyone like, could we spend 10 minutes? I just want to refocus some of my spell power so that we can be ready for the next chamber.
Yeah, I tried not to use anything because I figured it would be kind of important, so...
I appreciated that. I was a little scared you'd blow some of my bigger spells just against these kind of demon things,
Nah,
but
those were going down way too easy.
yeah.
That sounds like something I would say if I were on your body.
You now understand the power
Mm-hmm.
of these
I mean,
arms. That's how I defeated Gurkha! Like,
That's
No,
true, that's true.
that
When I
arm
was
wrestling-
you, I felt like I could win over anybody. You know?
that's why I challenged her. I guess I know how I look. Look, these are noodles. But the inner power, it's all in here.
Yeah, you could all take 10 minutes to refocus, get your focus points back if you need to. Let's see,
What's a
only
focus
Reese is
point?
hurt, so Reese Ma'at will bandage you up a little bit.
Yay.
So let me roll a medicine check here. More than enough. Okay, so let's see how much she gets. Whoops, 4 of them. So you get 22 back, which puts you at full. Cool. Boop. There you go.
There you go. Vanished up right as rain.
I don't know why she became British there for a second.
Right as rain.
Right as rain.
Hip hip and cheerio.
No. I want all of you to give me a occultism check in the tower, if you have it. If you're trained, at least.
Yep. I'm
I
trained in
think-
everything now, so this is fun.
Yeah, Khan and Reese have like incredible bonuses to everything right
Yeah,
now.
they do.
And I didn't
Yep.
take the feats you took, so there's like a few of my things that are stuck at like +4, +5.
I saw
And I'm looking
that.
at cons, I'm like, there's nothing below a 15 or something.
Pretty
Like everything's super high.
I think that's just
Legitimately,
more a consequence of being a rogue. I get
Yeah,
a lot
rogues.
of skill proficiency.
They get
Yeah.
so many skill ups.
that. And Reese has not a proficiency, but like
You've
it's
got that
like-
feat.
I got
Yeah.
the rogue feat, so literally nothing is
Mhm.
under 15.
Yeah, it's awesome. But Reese is actually the one who knows that even though Zavid and Khan, you two have fought those demons before, you just knew them as shadow demons or hitchhikers. But Reese, you knew that those specifically were envy demons.
Mm.
Wait, hold on. So Reese kind of does a mental count. Okay, those were you guys knew how to fight those really well. I just threw shit at them. Have you encountered them before?
One.
So you've encountered an envy demon?
I guess it was that, wasn't it? I was suspecting it. Each one would exhibit some sort of vice or sin. We already had lust, we had greed. This makes sense. Envy. There's probably going to be
one that tries to eat us.
la gluttony. Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. Wrath, pride. So that shouldn't be a sin. That's a good. I like
Sloth.
pride.
What are we gonna do? Get lazier?
Well, if we can't leave the chamber, if we're too lazy to leave the chamber, that's a problem.
You
So
know what?
That
You're
would
not
be a problem,
wrong.
yes.
Hmm.
We must be on our guard. Perhaps it may be like the palace. It is a room of temptations.
True.
Let us keep moving so that we do not get stuck.
Yes.
Let's
Which
find
direction would you
westward.
say? Survival checks in the tower, please. Another round of them.
I'm not trained. I think I would
That is
just think.
not.
Yeah.
But your breadcrumbs are still going. Reese, yeah, you're the ranger. It makes sense. I'm going to drop all of you back on the main map, so you can close out the room with the orb now. Does anyone need me to reshare the
Yes.
labyrinth? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, when I pop the screen
Yep,
open to show
not a
the whole
problem.
thing, it closes the other.
That makes sense. Okay. So there you go. You are in sort of the center there. That kind of room right there. Yep. So, so yes, you are able to relatively quickly go directly west, and you see a room right there. It's straight down the hallway. You don't even need to turn. With the current orientation of the labyrinth, you managed to find the next room immediately. It's right there. Yes.
I'll send Wispy up north to scout.
Okay.
And just I'll say we're going west, so you go up north, you tell me if you see any rooms like this, and then you go southwest to meet back up with us. If you
Yes,
get
of course.
lost, or if the things change, I'll summon you to me, but hopefully that won't be an issue. You can always phase through walls if you have to.
Yes. North and southwest. Phase through walls.
And
Yep.
Wisp goes into the labyrinth wall and away for a moment. So let me open this next room, because again, you found with the orientation of the labyrinth and your roll there, Reese, you find this next room very, very quickly. So, pop, put you on here, and I'm going to share this with you.
Ooh. Oh man,
This
this
small-
gluttony.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. This
There's a
small.
motif to these rooms.
What do you mean a tableau? I don't know what's a tableau. What the fuck is that? This small octangular room is filled with flowing fountains of sweet-smelling elixirs, alcohols, and juices. A massive wooden table centers the room and is overflowing with delicious-smelling foods of all kinds. Sitting at 3 tables across the table from you are 3 beautiful androgynous spirits in flowing garments, holy symbol of Hathor hanging around their neck. And they look like this.
Hot.
Respect to whoever made the art. I just found it randomly online. I don't have
Bless
any
them.
idea who the author is, but it's great. But this is what we see.
Oh, I can't move.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna push my way to the front. I'm gonna quickly
Living,
say,
no.
we
Oh, wait,
ask
sorry, that's
permission
your
to eat
voice.
at this table.
Wow. As you all enter, a forced light wall appears behind you. At this point, it doesn't surprise you.
No.
Yeah, may we eat at this
No.
table with you?
No.
They look to you all and say, "Please join us."
No.
I go to
leave.
Choppy. I'm like, let's clear this table out
No.
now.
And one of them says to you, "To leave, you must have a drink with us."
I immediately grab this turkey and I throw it over to my mimic.
I'm going to snatch it from you.
No.
Yes.
No, I use
No.
telekinetic projectile, but I go up in the air so it doesn't deal damage as it comes down, and he can just.
Oh, I went.
Chompy eats the turkey leg in one bite and seems to enjoy it greatly. And
I'm gonna eat
starts
this
panting.
pie.
Okay, it's
And
delicious.
I'm looking at Reese and I'm like, every single one of these challenges, we had to trigger the challenge. We have to actually do the thing to make it like the demons or whatever appear. I'm hungry, and he's hungry, and we just met him, and I don't have enough meat to satisfy him the whole time. I'm going to use their sin against them. I'm gonna get my strength back, and then when they decide, hey, you're being gluttonous, I'm gonna fight them and kill them.
To prove that I'm not.
To prove that you're not right.
Or yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so you and Chompy begin just whole hog going in. Chompy jumps up on the table, starts munching on stuff.
Hell yes. The mimic. I'm so
I
glad we
love
have the mimic
them.
to eat this. Yeah.
It's great. Everything he eats, it's just like a frog. Grabs it with his tongue, eats it in one bite. Grabs it with his tongue, eats it in one bite. Having a grand old time. Zavid, you're bonding with Chompy over this feast. The 3 spirits are simply sitting there, each of them holding a goblet of some different whatever liquor, wine, and just drinking it. And they say, "Please have a drink." And
Reese
give
is
me
gonna
perception checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say anyone who's not Zavid, give me perception checks in the tower.
Reese is
I'm
like,
gonna do a
"This is
public
too bad."
perception check to see if they
Okay.
have my favorite foods at this table.
They have all kinds of foods. There's a lot of
Meats and cheeses
meats.
are my.
There are some cheeses, not as many as you'd like. And with the recent, when you were at the cheese wizard's place, that's the best cheese you've ever had. Nothing really compares anymore, but it's here.
I try a bit. I'm like, and I look at the spirits. I'm like, you want cheese? I provide my own cheese. This is cheese, and I'll say I'll drink some of that wine, but you better pair it with this, and I'll give each of these spirits a piece of my cheese.
They swirl their glasses. Ah, yes, of course. And they each take out they go, and a fancy cheese knife appears in their hands, and they slice thin little things, and they pick up crackers, and each of them pass them out. They give one to you, and they swirl their wine, take a deep drink with it, eat the cracker and the cheese. Delectable.
Reese
Alright,
is just
and
gonna
now-
give in, and that's when they take a sip after they eat
Wait.
the cheese.
Wait. You also made a perception
Yeah,
check.
you made a
I
perception
interrupted.
checks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all good. Reese, you notice there's two things that are out of place in this room.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you can actually see them on the map. On the top left and top right, there are two basins of just water.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you know. It seems odd in this place. It's very plain, and it's just water. Everything else is like perfumed rose wine and meads with suckling pig, kind of just really audacious foods. But
I
then
take
there's
back
just
what Reese
water.
did.
Oh, I didn't even hear you anyway.
Okay,
so
cool. Great. So, Reese indulges, eats a piece of cheese and cracker. Okay, fine, whatever, nothing's happening. But then, like, yeah, I'll go take a drink. And Reese sees the wine in the glass, dumps it, goes over to the basin, fills it up, and takes a drink.
And oh, I didn't do this. When you do that, the three of them look over to you and say, "Very clever. You do not drink our wine?" And oh god, I just made Fantasy Grounds freeze. There we go. And need to move shit because I can't see anything. There we go. And all of their forms shift into that of a purple, hideous winged creature, which I am pulling up now, that has long horns, an extremely long tongue, purple skin, and the wings of a bat. Please roll initiative.
Wait, we gotta fight? I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Kidding.
I thought we were
And-
just having a meal.
And
That's
before
funny.
we start, oh nice, Zavid, I do need you to roll a will save for having drank that wine,
Sure.
because they said you needed to have a drink. They didn't say you had to have a drink of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I got a 37. on
You
my
do
will.
pass the will save, so you are not possessed or dominated. You are not mentally dominated. If you'd failed that, you would have fought against your own party during this
Yeah.
fight.
Not
I
again,
just go,
please.
I've had better.
So, Zavid, you are up first with a nat 20. I think with that nat 20 and you passing the will save, you kind of knew that was coming, and you just sort of challenged them, like you called their bluff, essentially. So you're up first. You get to pick what happens here.
I get up on the table, grab a slice of pie, and eat it, and I'm like, you really think I'm gonna fall to my sin, my gluttony? And I'm going to, I'm gonna cast. You know what? We've got enough stuff in here. I'm gonna throw a fucking turkey leg with a projectile
Yes!
at one of them. Yeah, it's a great cantrip, and I'm saving spells this way, so I'm just gonna do that.
It is a great cantrip. And I mean, Khan's been obliterating everything.
This is true. There we go. Okay. No, I'm targeting that.
Taste his vengeance.
No.
Ah,
that
no.
was almost
No.
19. It was
No. Like literally not happening. That's
There
better.
we go.
That's better.
Such a good use of a hero point. I love when
Yeah,
that
so
happens.
a fucking a big ass. No, not a turkey leg. I think
turkey?
the meat carving knife
Yeah.
comes at it. For
It does not resist
58.
any of it. It takes a whole carving knife to the chest. You still have an action.
I do have a I guess I was already. I stepped up on the table and ate a piece of pie.
That was thematic. That was
all right.
well,
You're being
that
nice.
was for free because that wasn't strategic.
I do that. I'll you know what? I'll use an action to command my mimic as a minion
Yes.
trait. Give
Okay,
it 2 actions, and I'll
let
say,
me-
"Chompy, food."
Oh, I love that so much. So Chompy is going to move over to here and is going to tongue slap at this Nabisu, this gluttony demon. Gonna hit with a 5. Damn, Chompy, you rad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing 24 damage, but that's all he can do. So it is a demon's turn.
Deals
So-
24 damage. That's all he can do. I'm like, that's good enough, buddy.
One attack? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you, I am suddenly realizing, are within this thing's aura, the death-stealing gaze. All of you need to roll me a fortitude save. The DC is not very high. It's 25.
Oh, well, watch me fail.
I just don't need to get a 1 or a 2.
Passed.
Oh, wait.
Now,
Reese saved.
Okay,
Now
then
hold
the one
up.
was the
Hold
It's
best.
up.
not the
Now
worst
hold
thing.
up.
I'll tell. Hang on. You want to know what happens before you use that hero point?
Can I make a check? Can we make it fair? Can I make some sort of check to see?
Let's say religion. If you roll high
Okay.
enough, make it public, or unless you already rolled it in the tower. Okay, that's enough. You will know that this thing is trying to make you drained 1. I don't know if it's really. Is it worth a hero point to not?
It's
be
not.
drained
I'll
1?
let it do
Okay.
that.
All right. I thought I'd let you. Yeah. Not the
Yeah,
worst thing in the world. to
we'll
have
fail that
failed.
save.
There you go.
Drain does suck. It does. Like, it's a bad condition, but I know it won't be permanent. Once we beat this, it'll go away.
That's not the worst thing in the world. So that's just an aura. The other 2 of you are fine. Oh, and Ma'at needs to roll that as well. Fortitude. Yeah, she's fine. Okay, so this thing. I see. All right. So it is going to go over to Zavid because you're the one that started all the no, actually, no. It's going to run over to Reese because you drank the water, and it's going to try and bite at you. And miss. Wonderful.
Cute, though.
And try to slash you with its claws. That might. Nope.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
No.
It's Reese, you're up.
Oh, sweetie, you really thought? Okay. So Reese does another round of the wog.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
attacks.
takes out his new daggers. Well, his old new daggers.
Old new daggers.
Old new daggers. And it's like, time to use these babies back in action. And he kisses each of them before he goes and stabs both of them.
Kissing your weapon is a free action.
Yes, it is. We need that on
Just
a
like
shirt.
Zavid's stylistic stepping onto the table was a free action.
Mm-hmm. All right, so striking silver daggers onto you, ugly.
That'll do.
And
on
that's
one.
how you hit. Oh,
So,
want to see it again?
Yeah, roll another to hit before you roll the
Yeah.
damage. See if you crit or anything.
No.
That is a hit. So because they count as the same attack for purposes of overcoming resistances, just hold shift while you do the damage, and that will essentially make it a crit, air quote, but doing the damage twice. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it'll only, if it has resistance, it'll only do it once. But this particular thing doesn't have physical resistance. You deal 29 damage to it with your 2 dagger attack.
Yes, good.
Still have 2 actions because that's just 1.
Yes. I'm gonna just keep on stabbing at it.
All right. Stabby stab. And that's at your first penalty.
Yep. Critical.
Critical again. Nice.
Hey. And then if I do another time, that's my second action, my final action, right?
Yeah, the final penalty.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Let me do that.
And
Okay.
another hit with a nat 17. Nice.
So do the shift thing again.
Yes.
Okay.
Dang. Okay, so you did quite a bit of damage to this thing. That brings it up to Ma'at. Have any of you taken damage? No. Wonderful. I don't want to have her do. Good lord. I think she's going to cast Enthrall on the one that has not moved yet. So it needs to make a will DC. She begins singing with a very beautiful ululating type voice. It succeeds, but not critically. What happens? Targeting that. Okay, so it didn't notice that she did that, but it didn't work, unfortunately. So she's going to, since that didn't work at all, she's going to change her song to give you all Inspire Courage. That's the one I was looking for.
Yay!
So, Ma'at, Khan, Reese, Zavid, and the Mimic, Chompy. Where is the spell? Her spell list is very, very long. There it is. Inspire Courage. Give it to all of you. So there you go. You have +1 to damage and to hit. And Khan, you're up. That's a good timing for that.
I'm gonna rush over to the bottommost one because it hasn't acted yet, so it's automatically flat-footed to me.
True enough. So the one by Chompy?
Yeah.
Or the top left one?
The one by Chompy.
All right, bam. So I've given it flat-footed.
Yeah. I cartwheel over the dining table.
You can assurance it, so no problem getting over there and cartwheeling with your Gladius in hand.
Perfect. I'll target it and make 2 attacks.
Wonderful. Ooh, I was almost to that one. So that first one's a hit. Shazam, 24 damage. This thing is hurt.
And then I'll do it again.
Yep, second one. Oh, the thing. Your
debilitation.
Debilitation, that's the word. My brain went completely blank. The thing you do after an attack.
Yeah.
What do you want to give it?
Forget your debilitation.
That's a good mustache there, partner.
Yeah.
That's right.
It works surprisingly
It
well.
does.
It really
I love the
does.
little waviness at the bottom. That's actually
I'm
amazing.
going to go get some water because it's really hot here.
Yeah,
Do your
sure.
Worst. I'm
We
excited.
gotta stay hydrated, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Which debilitation you do?
The target will be flat-footed
Okay.
until my next turn.
Got it. Yeah. Sure. So you have
Yeah.
one more attack.
Yeah.
That works so well as a mustache.
Thank you so much. It really, God, I hate how
And a
much that
critical.
works.
Nat
It's
20,
so
god
fun.
dang. Han coming in hot. You're probably gonna
I thirst for blood.
get
We've made this clear.
58. You do. You thirst for it. It is very hurt, bleeding all over the place. You've gotten a little on you, but not the usual con splash, because that didn't quite kill it.
Yeah.
And to your turn. That brings it up to this one, finally. Yeah, I can't do it. None of that's useful yet. So it's going to attempt to come over to here to aid its ally and make Reese flat-footed. Because these things are not mindless like the Mimic was. Then bite at Reese. Miss. Wonderful. And claw at Reese. Man, these things have really... Oh, that's going to be a critical miss. Yep, not even close. So that brings it up to this guy. It's going to slice at Khan, or bite at Khan, because you just did a ton of damage to it. These guys didn't know what they were in for. Oh my god, that's a miss. And then it's going to come in with 2 claws at you, Khan.
Mhm.
That one might do it. All right, got 1.
Bring it
You get-
on.
Y'all are making mincemeat of these things. It does 19 damage and 2 evil damage.
Oh.
And then you get one last claw over at Chompy. We'll see. That's a miss. Wonderful. Top of the round puts it to Zavid.
I'll use an action to command Chompy to finish that guy off.
All right.
Ooh,
So,
I'm sorry, I'm dead.
tongue attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nat one. No. Unless anyone.
It doesn't
yeah,
have two
Give
actions with
Chompy
the
my
minion
hero
trait?
point.
It does have 2 actions, yeah.
Okay,
So-
if that second one fails, give Chompy my hero point.
Alright, so attack. There you go.
Okay.
Chompy crits. Look at that. Pop.
Oh my
Tongue
god.
damage. 40. He kills it. Chompy kills it.
Aw,
Just
yay.
bites this thing's
He leaves-
fucking head off like Ozzy Osbourne bites the head off a bat. Like,
And Con, you get sprayed with blood because you're right next to the decapitated Nabasu when Chompy bites its head off.
I like
So,
how there's no avoiding
splat.
the blood spray.
Never. At this point.
And
So
then
you still
I'm,
2.
yeah, I'm gonna have my projectile with my other 2 actions. That meat cleaver's gonna come out of the corpse of that other one and hit the one that's next to Reese.
The knife would have fallen to the ground as it disappeared, just like the previous demons before.
Yes, yes,
it
yes.
wisped into nothingness. But yeah,
all
the carving
same.
knife, you're able to do the same. Yes. That'll hit. Yep.
Alrighty.
Good amount of damage. 25. So you slice that into that thing, and it's bleeding out of the wound in its back. That's the end.
I take another bite of pie, and that's my turn.
You do you? You take a bite of pie as you're fighting these gluttony demons?
I
Let's
do. I'm enjoying myself.
Because they have starvation vulnerability. So, when it's denied food, it suffers a painful backlash. So these things look at you going in abyssal. And it
So
takes-
wait, eating is the answer.
It is. So it takes
Yes!
So Zavid, please roll 4d6 for mental damage. Zavid, yes, eating is the answer. Just when they're in this form. It didn't do anything when they were in their ghostly form. So you deal
Oh my
13 mental
God.
damage to this thing. So
This is so good. And then I looked
Thank
at
you.
Chompy and I'm like, Chompy, eat everything on the table. So next round, if they're
Yeah.
if they're
That's
still around, yeah.
saying it is a free action, but actually
Yeah.
having him do it will be next round.
Right.
But yeah, you are correct. Eating the food is the answer.
I love that.
So that's the end of. Oh wait, no shit. That I hit it twice. That's not Reese's turn. It's this thing's turn. So it didn't like that at all, and it is done with Reese. It flies over to Zvid and tries biting at you immediately.
As I'm
Which
like
you-
horking down
Yeah,
this
or-
pie.
Oh yeah, it hits as it bites you. Like, no, and it's even going for your hand as you're eating, like trying to bite at your hand and the pie, dealing 26. You resist a little bit of it apparently. So, but you take 26 piercing damage
Oh.
as it bites you.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
a little bit of I think it was
Negative, maybe?
Negative, yeah. And then it's
Yeah,
gonna,
I resist 6
and
negative.
it's going to actually it's going to try to disarm the pie out of your hand.
That bastard.
What is your reflex DC?
It's just that plus 10, right?
Your bonus
It'd be
plus 10.
32.
34. It slaps that pie out of your hand. So you're going to need to use it at least one action to pick up more food.
I'm.
Do it again. But that's
let
the end
me-
of its turn.
Hold on.
Unless you have like a reaction or something.
No, but I'm just rolling a 4 for if I were a demon, that's how much mental damage I would have taken. If you slapped the pie, you denied me food. How dare you?
Reese, you're up. We can't hear you. Something's up with your mic.
Aha, got it.
There it is.
Yeah, so the ears are back, by the way. I just
Nice.
got these in. I now have elf ears headphones, so now
Did they just arrive in the mail?
Yeah.
Ooh, elf ear headphones?
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah, so now I feel better now, actually. Affirming. So
Yep.
Reese is gonna see the thing eat the pie, like, that's rude of you, and, like, does not give two shits about the one next to it, and, like, takes out his longbow, is like, no, you don't do that to my friend, and he goes and releases that.
Do you want it to be your hunted prey or anything?
Yes.
Okay, so do all
Absolutely.
the stuff.
Yeah, hold on, let me go back to nope, not abilities. One day
Actions.
actions. I knew it was an A.
Yeah.
Alright. Come on. I think I need to charge my mouse after this. Hunted prey.
Yep. And then the second one.
precision.
That one.
Excellent.
Okay, now you go.
Alright, so he's just like, no, that's rude. Like, he looks over you like, you didn't do that to my friends, so somebody else can kill you. And like, he's like, nah, man.
Nice. That's a hit
Yep.
with an arrow.
Yep.
From behind, in between the shoulder blades.
Yep, right there. So that's going to be for you.
All right, yeah. You stick it in its back, and it seems to be pretty hurt. It's kind of bleeding, but it is still standing.
Cool. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, that's your penalty. Or unless you're
No.
flurrying. Yeah.
I'm flurrying. Ha!
Oh, there it is. There's a net 20.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was just the warm-up round. Here we go, boy.
Yeah, here we go. Booyah. That's 43 damage total for those
And
two
then
shots. Nice. That's a single or two actions.
Then the last one will be at the penalty, and
The last one, yeah.
like, we'll see how this goes too. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky. That's enough.
Yeah.
So you pepper this thing with arrows. 4 arrows in 6 seconds. You're like fucking Legolas. In fact, you hold 3 arrows or like 4 arrows in your fist at once and fire them all at once, like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I fancy myself an archer.
You pepper this thing with arrows. That is
For
the end of
his
your turn.
pie!
Ma'at is up. Seeing what just happened, she says, "We have not needed food in ages, but we have longed for its taste," and runs over here and begins scarfing down food. Even though she knows it won't nourish her, she's just stuffing it down her gullet. I'm gonna make her make a fortitude save just to see how much she can do. But let's see this. This is interesting. She can only do enough for 1 round, I'll say. So she makes this thing take 4d6 mental damage. 16 on this guy.
So when they were eating beforehand, were you giving them less mental damage as it was going on?
Oh, when they were in their spirit form, they weren't taking damage. It's when they become the demon that they take the damage. I have that specifically written down that it doesn't matter what y'all eat as long as they're in the spirit form, and does nothing. The only thing that had an actual effect was the wine. Like Zavid had to roll that will save. If he'd failed or critically failed, he would have been dominated. And then this fight would have gone much more different.
Much more differenter.
Much more differenter. But yeah, Ma'at does that, and then she will just re-up the song, Inspire Courage. So all of you get that +1. There you go.
I keep forgetting about that.
No, it's automatic now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I made it. I programmed it for her. I didn't used to have that on Danny. Khan, that brings it to you.
Yay! Alright, I will run up to this one to make it flat-footed.
Okay, let me give that flatty flat. There you go.
Yeah. Have a stab.
Yeah.
Ah!
Still hits on a nat 3. That's 3 6s in there. 34 damage. This thing's looking real bad.
Well then, one more strike for the.
Oh wait,
for the
your
rogue.
your thing, your debilitation.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like precision?
Yeah, the 2d6 precision.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and roll that. So that's another 6. Okay. This thing looks. It's like on death's door.
Yeah, then I will try. Once more.
Yeah, that's a hit. That'll be a
Demon
sneak
on
attack.
death's door, I will try once more.
There it is. Khan, once more you
Hey.
slice this thing's spine open and it splashes on you. You have stratified layers of different types of demon blood on you at this point. Your fur is barely even visible under all of it. But move, stab, stab. That's your turn.
Yep.
That brings it to this guy. It is not liking its odds, but it's going to definitely move away from you because it's done nothing. And it's going to fly over to Zavid because he's the one who's shoveling all this food. It's going to attempt to bite at you.
Okay, what did I do?
Nah, it misses. Dang. All right, and follow up with a claw. That's probably going to miss. Oh, no, that one hits. Sweet. So you get slashed a little bit with this thing's claws, dealing 24 damage, but you resist a little bit of it. That's its turn. Top of the round, Zavid. Back up to you.
So I may use the action to command the mimic to just eat as much off the table as possible.
Chompy just goes absolutely batshit loco and starts munching down pies and baguettes and turkey legs and potatoes and just walking down here like Leoshi. Just
that sticky tongue and a giant amorphous mouth that's just scooping platefuls of food into it.
I'll call it
plate and
both,
all.
Yeah, both actions. So 4D, what did I say? 6? 46? Is that it? Yeah, so roll 8d6 there, Zavid, publicly.
Alrighty.
For mental damage.
Oh,
as this thing sees Chompy.
Oh my god.
And it goes, no, eat food. I just poked myself in the eye. Ow. So 31 damage. I'm all right. Ooh, yeah, that went right in there.
And then
yes,
with my 2 actions, we're going to... I'm going to take that chair that's right here and just throw it at this guy.
Awesome.
I have one more hero point. I want to end this fight. I'm going to do it again. Come on.
These things have real low AC. That'll do. That's a crit. I don't think it'll... 55. That's pretty good. Now it's definitely bloodied. So
did you put the 31 on it? The mental damage?
Yes. 55. No, 31. 1. There we go. It's looking pretty hurt. It's definitely bloodied.
That's my turn.
So then Chompy's already gone. That puts it to Reese. This thing looks bad, but not like imminently about to die.
Well, he'll make that not an issue.
Yeah, it won't take long.
No, and it's just like, you're still not dead? Insulting. And Reese goes and does another, he'll do the 2 for the longbow.
Okay.
Boop. Okay.
Nice crit.
There.
It's not flat-footed to you, so it won't get sneak attack, but 38 damage is pretty good. Now it looks really bad.
Oh man, not enough? Okay, you know what? No. You really need to go. Like, you're an uninvited guest in my labyrinth. I mean, Ma'at's labyrinth.
There you go.
Our labyrinth.
Our
Yes,
labyrinth.
thank you.
Yes, of course.
No, not your hour. Our
Oh, the
labyrinth.
royal
She points to herself.
Our labyrinth.
Anyway, this is for you, honey.
There you go.
Yay!
Second one catches it right in the eye, and it bleeds all over Zavid as it disappears into nothing. Doesn't explode in blood like Khan makes, but you get a little on you.
Yeah.
There you go. So we are out of initiative. You have taken care of the gluttony demons.
Love it.
Ma'at says,
Ever clever. Zavid, Umbra Mensa. The idea to eat this food to harm them. Inspired.
I was also very hungry.
I was
I'm
very
like,
thirsty, but what else is new? And Reese goes over to the goblet, takes another glass.
yeah, the wine is sweet and very, very strong. It's quite good. And at this point, there is no danger of being dominated by those dead demons because they have all wisped away and disappeared.
Speaking of wisp.
Yes, that is a wonderful segue. Let me see. Yes, okay. So shortly after the combat finishes, Wisp comes back through the wall and says,
Oh, yes, we found a room up north. There's a large sleeping creature on a bed and table and the biggest stove I've ever seen. But it's
sloth,
asleep.
I think. Sloth demon. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, they had some roast mushrooms here, and
And Wisp jumps up on the table and starts scarfing down the rest of the sauteed mushrooms.
Reese is at full health, so food doesn't mean anything other than for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Khan, Ma'at will come over to you and will attempt to bandage you up.
I'm not that bad.
Still succeeds. Rolled a nat 2, but still succeeded. So she
Here, just let us put some bandages on you. Here, let us stop the bleeding.
And she heals you for 32, and you have 19, so you're back to full with just that.
Yeah.
And Zavid, do you want her to try to medicine you, or do you want to medicine yourself? Because you have time, or not. Your call.
I think I'll risk not medicining right now.
Okay.
I'm feeling fairly confident. I just ate, so
Full of
I think
meat
I
and
want to just
cheese.
kind of move on. I think we've fully secured Chompy's loyalty, knowing that he follows us, he gets
Yeah,
fed.
Definitely. At this point, I'm going to say, yeah, you got Chompy. So are you leaving this room then?
Yeah, I'm good to go to where Wispy is telling us to go.
Do y'all want to continue? I'm more than happy to keep going, but it's been about 3 hours. That's totally up to you. I'm super into it if you want to.
I need my spoons because I have IRL D&D later.
Gotcha. Okay, so this
And
is
they're usually
let's
combat
get to. How about let's get to the room?
Okay.
And then we won't do the whole room. How about that?
Yeah,
That'll be like
thank
5
you.
minutes.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So let me drop you back on the labyrinth map, and then I will reshare it. So 1 second. You can close out the feast hall. You're now done.
If today was not a D&D day,
Yeah,
I'd
not
go
a problem.
for it.
That's all right. I got plans later anyway, and I need my spoons for that. So
Yeah. So with having Wisp there, Wisp is able to show you, and I will just see. There's Maat and Chompy. I'll just show you the kind of the way. It's just down these halls, over here, and up into this room right here.
Oh.
So let's see. Oh wait, I need to drop you on here. That's right. So you're coming from the south, right there. Unlock this time before and share. Okay. You come to a room that is in a corner, and there's a humongous stove on the southwest wall, a huge wooden table with very large vegetables on top, and a huge sleeping creature with large sharp fangs, long claws, and just barely a loincloth on, but it is snoring loudly in the corner.
Can you keep it down? Con covers her ears.
This snores worse than. Never mind.
This hurts to look at.
Oh yeah, I have a picture.
Yeah,
let
it's
me
got
share that.
4 sets of nipples and all of them look bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look infected.
Long
Yes.
curved claws on its hands and feet, teeth that are so big and pointy they barely fit within its mouth. But this thing is massive.
I'm gonna remove that from the screen now. That's enough time.
Yeah, it's pretty much the worst, isn't it?
Reese is vain, but Elliot also knows things when they're beautiful. That is not.
Yeah, that's not.
Well,
I'll walk around. I'll take a look at this. I assume like comically large stovetop and table set.
Yes, it towers above you, and yeah, it is magnificent. It's humongous. So give me like a, I don't know, crafting, perception, whatever you want in the tower,
Yeah,
whatever you're
I'll do
trying to suss
crafting.
out.
Well, maybe not crafting then. I guess I'll just do perception.
As Zavid, as you walk in, the exits seal off behind you as you expect.
So the trial has already started.
But we'll stop here very shortly. So you see that it is just a normal stove, and there's a massive like cauldron or a wok up on top, and it just has well, you would have to climb it to see if there's anything in it.
Well, if this is Sloth,
maybe, and I turn to Ma'at.
maybe we can wake him up with the power of song.
or we can cook him a meal.
Should we lean into babying him? And
Yeah, let's
I,
lean into babying him. I want to chop things.
all right, well,
He
if
runs
you
over
want to
the
do that,
table.
You have to kind of like
Yes.
climb up the chair and
Yes.
climb up onto the table.
Oh,
yeah.
it's his favorite.
Yes, we shall wake it with song, and with food. Kill it with kindness.
Yes.
And I think that's where we're gonna stop for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
So thank you guys. This was a super fun session. I had
It was
an
great.
absolute blast this time.
Ugh.
There's still more to come. Clearly, you figured out that it's the 7 deadly sins. So if you've done what? This is 4 or 5. You've got 2 or 3.
Two more after this.
2 more after this. So we'll see what happens next time. Please, we hope you'll all join us. And thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.